Listen to my favorite songs on repeat without driving my family nuts.
And the perfect pairing is just the start. You can also get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus.
Gather around, people. The morning show isn't going to watch itself.
Hurry into T-Mobile this holiday season because both new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers can get the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And you'll even get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus because together we holiday. Only at T-Mobile.
Won't be a 30-month bill credits and AirPods Gen 2 after rebate via prepaid card for well-qualified buyers plus tax. 1 per account. Balance on required finance agreements due. If you cancel service, call before canceling to continue remaining credits on phone. Apple TV Plus renews at $4.99 per month after first year unless you cancel. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Remember when that hurricane took out my lanai?
You mean sunroom?
Same thing. My AAA insurance agent helped make sure I had the right home and auto coverage, so we rebuilt it.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together. And my new lanai is beautiful.
Seriously? You're still calling it a lanai?
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Thursday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that on this beautiful Thursday afternoon in Central Florida. We do have a great one for you today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out there. Deb's Woke News will do that for us. And we don't have Brendan O'Connor today, but we do have Santa Clausman.
Whoa!
With a fistful of Publix gift cards to give away. We have some trivia questions. It went so well last time. We're going to do it again this Thursday and next Thursday. Glenn loves giving, and that will be the focus today of the trivia. So check that out a little bit later. Plus trivia, Ross Thott's last call. Your calls and texts all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Oh, hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
There he is.
Oh, God.
The goateed wonder. The Palatka Pow. Jim Colbert.
Woo!
407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Find us on social easily. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's at The Jim Colbert Show. Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. All that we do is online at JimColbertLive.com. Take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. How's everybody's Thursday so far?
You definitely want to go to JimColbertLive.com.
Yeah, today I realize I have a weakness, and I do not have a sweet tooth. I do.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, bud.
Did you not remember yelling at me?
Listen,
I had been here.
Listen.
No, you listen. You forgot that
Gina,
when we were sitting here, you literally tapped the console and said, I have no candy.
But it's a joke because you hadn't even set your purse down yet. I'm like, why aren't my M&Ms there? It's a whole joke. But today, what?
Is it a joke, though, if the end result is you getting the candy?
Yeah,
exactly.
Look, I know I'm getting the candy. The candy is coming. Jack got us like a half-gallon jug.
No, that's your birthday.
Exactly.
But you bought it for me, us, whatever, and we have it here.
Yeah, now it's a we thing.
It's such a thing. That's what he bought you for your birthday.
I know.
Exactly.
I understand.
You know what we do for birthdays, right? We give gifts that people want.
I understand, but it may sound odd that I say I don't have a sweet tooth. This is the only place I consume sweets. Like, I rarely get dessert at restaurants. I don't I don't
25 hours a week you're here.
I
buddy.
don't quit.
That's a kind of a significant amount of sweet time.
But I don't eat them all day long. But
Do you want me to go get the other bag of candy with the gumdrops and the gummy bears?
I have found a complete and utter soft spot for peanut M&Ms. Those things are. I bought those for you.
Oh, the Skittles we polished off last week. And the sprees.
I barely had any.
You gave yourself a stomach ache with so many sprees.
Oh, no.
Curse your memory.
The tummy hurt. We gotta.
The tum-tum. He ate too much candy.
I remember what he said to you. He goes, "My tummy is bummy." I was like,
I
"That's,
didn't say my
that's
tummy's
really
bummy.
weird. That's
I
weird
said
to
the word
say.
bummy in my life.
No one even says that."
Crackhead. You are such a crackhead.
Hey,
407-916-1041.
Crack is far healthier than peanut M&Ms. I believe that's a study somewhere
there's
that
no study
I'm making up.
No study. Anyway, I've got a soft spot for that particular sweet right there. And if you go to JimColbertLive.com,
you'll see just how much of a soft spot.
You'll see just how efficient those things are at getting my attention. Again, that's JimColbertLive.com. Do that for sure. We all drive around the roads here in Central Florida. And in Central Florida, if you're just moving into the market, the I-4 ICE, not the I-4 ICE, or the I-4 Ultimate program has been going on. What's this, 3 years?
Oh,
more than that, buddy.
It was a 5-year plan?
I think it was
7-year plan.
I think originally they said it was going to be 4, and then 4. Wink.
We were in the wheelhouse of it when we took over in 2018, just doing the 1 day a week, and then by 19, we were getting regular updates here at the station because our station is right off of I-4,
right there,
at a major hub that the intersection was being completely redesigned. Right, this is to make room for more people on I-4 and then add that shuttle lane or that express lane in the dead center, which should be done by I guess 2060 or so. And I know that people complained a lot about things on the road. And it's interesting because here in Central Florida, this seems to be a bit of a scourge, and it made the news today here in Central Florida.
Yeah,
that there is a specific intersection here in Central Florida that is wreaking havoc on cars. Now, do you guys know in Central Florida, most of maybe it's just in Florida in general, and I'm sure there are other states that have this as well, that your insurance covers a windshield break from like a rock coming off the road or something like that?
Yes.
Right? Now, I don't know how much windshields are or whatever, but I know how much paint jobs are because I just got a quote on one for my stupid car, and they're not cheap. Well, the people in this thing are saying, well, the windshield's fine, but I don't know. I've had this car for like 3 months, and it looks like I drove it through a rack.
Really?
Yeah, because this particular area where they're working on, it's 417.
I saw the headline, but I didn't read the story.
Around exit 24. They said it's like Russian roulette getting on that ramp because I guess of some work they've been doing in that area, and it's leaving a lot of debris, namely rocks or pebbles on the road. And they've so much as admitted it, by the way, that there's a problem in that particular intersection. But I just want to give you a heads up. If that's the case, they say that there is... if you go to construction@cfxway.com, you can submit an email kind of saying, hey, look, my paint job has been destroyed by this. I want some money.
Then they'll say, thanks, not our problem.
Yeah, exactly. Because you remember that was a big issue with other cars driving on I-4 during the Ultimate Project. One guy even had wet concrete poured onto his brand new vehicle. The guy we work with here, Jim, has had 3 tires he's had to replace. And every time you submit them, they're like, yeah, but how can you prove that it came from our construction site?
Now, it says the windshield thing, of course, they'll replace that. I've actually experienced that twice here in Florida, getting windshields from the insurance company for nothing. They usually come right out, like one of those.
Safe Light replace.
Safe Light will come out and do it, and they do it in no time, do a pretty good job there. But, this particular thing, I don't have to worry about this because I drive an old car. Ross... he drives an old car. Jack just got a brand new car. I mean, Jack should be more worried about this than any, but, I don't know who you go to. I mean, there's zero chance of litigating against the state or the city.
Right.
But they are truly the problem. I mean, they pretty much admit it right in. I mean,
I sell that by not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, that's...
hey, that's my answer to everything.
8,000 miles a year. That's what
That's not much.
No, matter of fact, as of... Wow, 2 days ago, I've had my car 2 years. It's almost new. I bought it pre-owned from off lease only.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had it 2 years, and I put 16,000 miles on it. So
Not bad.
That's
not-
light driving. They
that's
used to say
usually what,
10,
your 1 year.
10 to
15,000.
12. 10 to 12 would be the average. I think 12 would be the average, right?
See, I've heard 15's the average.
Really?
Yeah, 15 a year is the average of what I understand.
I guess it would depend on where you live, and I guess the amount of urban sprawl and expected amount of driving. So
Right,
maybe in Central Florida it's 15.
Well, of course, the more you drive, the more chances are of this happening. And matter of fact, they say here, the Expressway Authority basically says, we believe the issue is we were water blasting some old roadway striping on the 417. Now, they try to sweep it and vacuum it up as much as possible, but they can't get it all. And, my thing would be like, well, that's great. I mean, I appreciate the college effort, but, paint jobs are $8,000.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how they get that up.
I just brought my brand new car around there because it's a effing highway. I pay to build, and then I pay with my tolls to maintain the damn thing. And then your road that you don't clean efficiently is banging my paint job up on my brand new ride, and I've got no recourse at all. Whatever. That sounds ridiculous, right?
This is.
I guess their workers can just stand there and overhand throw stuff at your car. Same thing.
I don't know, but someone just texted us at 77031 and said, only replace your windshield if you have full coverage insurance.
Yeah, they even say in the context of the story that it has to be a certain coverage. I mean,
We'll have to ask Glenn about that because if could that affect your insurance coverage if you have to take care of damage?
It's not supposed to, but I remember one time an agent giving me a hard time because we used it on two different vehicles that were cracked, and they were saying, well, that counts as a claim, and I was in an argument with this guy, and it's like, it's not supposed to.
Yeah, it says Florida law says if you have combined additional coverage insurance or comprehensive car insurance, your windshield repair should cost you nothing. But if you're just driving like PIP, like a lot of people do, just enough to get them on the road,
right?
Because their vehicle doesn't have a lot of value or they don't have a lot of cash or a combination of those two things, obviously it's not going to help them out. But, but chances are they're not going to be driving a car that they care enough about to maybe get beat up. I don't know.
Glenn will know these.
Yeah, but see, these are one of those tricky things that you think, oh, well, I could get, because I have a couple of chips right now in my windshield.
Right, yeah.
And you think, this is something I could, just easily get fixed and it's not going to bite me in the ass, but I don't want it to end up biting me in the butt.
Speaking of cars, I had an experience last night. I'm mad that I didn't videotape this or take pictures of it. I left work.
Yeah.
And I saw a car that had the interior light on, right?
Right.
The seat was leaning forward against the steering wheel.
What happened
The
then?
interior light was on, and it was about 5 feet out of a parking spot. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm like looking around. There was an Uber Eats guy out by the door, but
poor guy. He'd been out there for like 30 holding that pizza box.
was not his car. I think he finally left. I don't know. Yeah.
I went to the third floor for him and rolled around. It was like a ghost town.
But so this car was parked right behind me, and so it's halfway out. The interior light's on. I walk around it, and the passenger side window is down. I'm like, this is weird. It's the same type of car that Jimmy drives, but I know Jimmy sometimes takes, a different vehicle and stuff.
Right.
And so I'm like, what do you do? It's like, am I supposed to tell somebody about this?
It looked like somebody straight up got abducted is what it looked like. To see when I walked back up on it, Jack told me, I reminded myself, I was like, yeah.
Jimmy comes out. It was his car.
What happened was, hold
Oh
on.
my God!
No.
Did you bust Ross's balls the other day for leaving his passenger door open?
Here's what happened.
My balls are always busted.
Here's what happened.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, he's getting ready to get married.
I left my phone in the studio and had to come back up. Jack, we passed each other in the elevators. He was coming down there. I was going up. And when he came back out, he was like, he texted me. He said, hey, man, did you leave your car down here? What happened was I put my car in neutral, didn't realize it. Damn thing started rolling out the parking lot. So I slammed it into gear. And I was like, well, I just might as well leave it here. There's no reason to crank it and pull it up. There's nobody here. And then I left out there. And then I did a burnout in front of Jack's face. Just a big old fat burnout right in front of Jack's face.
This car back halfway out of its spot, the lights on, windows open, something totally wrong, and here comes Jim walking out to his car. It was, of course, he mentioned I texted him. He never responded, so I didn't know it was his car.
I didn't even know you texted me until this morning.
Yeah, it's like, it could be Jim's car. It looks like it. And then at the light, I rolled down my window, and all I could smell, fumes. Car fumes.
Okay.
The fumes from that leaky thing.
It's not having any effect on my brain at all. Everything's fine.
And then he laid like an inch of rubber down across the
When I'm in that vehicle, 40% of the oxygen I take in is just polluted with gas and carbon dioxide. Or monoxide.
Awesome.
All right, 407 and 916-1041. What's coming up for news, Jim?
Well, we're going to talk about the governor unveiling his 2022 Freedom First budget.
Freedom First.
Publix places purchase limits on more holiday items. Not out of the woods there yet. And one Florida city is working to see if it can take water from the toilet to the tap.
Oh, God. Okay.
We'll tell you what city that is and more coming up during Woke News.
I want to hear the ballsy candidate that comes out and goes, you know what? This is my Freedom Third. Yeah, my policy is freedom Third. I'm not going to tell you what the other two things are, but freedom, that's third on the list.
I think it's Freedom Turd.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Well, this crash that shut down westbound I-4 between State Road 46 and 417 has been moved off to the shoulder. It's still very heavy through this stretch, so use some extra caution through here. It's solid, too, westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing delays eastbound, too, between Osceola Parkway and State Road 536, and also between U.S. Highway 27 and Polk County to Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12 Hour. Mucinex DM's bilayer tablet allows for immediate and extended release, relieving both wet and dry coughs and loosening chest congestion for 12 hours. Mucinex is your trusted partner to help relieve cough and chest congestion and get your body back into control. Available at Walmart.
Man, when it comes to your windows and doors, you got to have the good stuff here in Florida to make sure that cool air stays in these brutal summers. FAS Windows and Doors can do that for you. And their showroom is really easy to find, by the way. Fairbanks and I-4, when you walk in, you're going to see a lot of different window designs and styles. That's what these guys are all about, getting you to the windows that make your home feel and look amazing. Of course, increase the value almost instantly. Those single-pane aluminum frame windows are killing you. By the way, they're just killing your power bill. They're killing your AC. Dual-insulated vinyl windows from FAS can shut all that down. Your house will feel amazing. Get a quote today. These guys are awesome people. FAS stands for Father and Son, by the way. They've been doing it for quite a while here in Central Florida and can certainly take care of you right now. Book your appointment today. It's FASWD.com.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
It's the strongest offer ever from International Diamond Center. Now through December 12th, you get IDC's already unbeatable price, plus an extra 10% savings. And to make it even more affordable, you get 5 years zero-interest financing. This is an unprecedented, crazy offer. Take an extra 10% and then spread your payments over 5 years, zero down, zero interest. And yes, this is all engagement rings from our exclusive world-class designers. Imagine a $12,000 designer ring with a GIA-certified diamond, take 10% off, then pay just $180 a month, or an $8,000 designer ring minus 10% and just $120 a month. You can even finance the sales tax. IDC makes it easy to upgrade her diamond this Christmas with our largest ever selection of GIA and Forevermark diamonds. Get 10% instant savings plus 60 months zero interest. And as an added surprise for the first 12 days of December, go to shopidc.com for some secret buys on some great holiday gifts. Merry Christmas from International Diamond Center. 4 convenient Orlando locations. Approved credit details at shopidc.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, wishing you a very safe and happy holidays. And with COVID cases on the rise, make sure you're doing your part to help reduce the spread this holiday season. Getting tested is super easy at COVID Clinic. So just go to covidclinic.org to book an appointment at no cost to the patient. They have multiple locations nearby, so visit covidclinic.org to find one near you. That is covidclinic.org, and happy holidays.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Hey parents, here's some good news for America's future. Kids ages 5 to 11 are now eligible for a COVID vaccine. That means all those future CEOs and artists, world-class chefs and sports stars, the engineers and the innovators are eligible for a vaccine that can help protect their future. And it's specifically formulated just for them. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
When I met you in the summer.
It's time to live it up again. Be first to cruise on MSC Seashore, debuting in Miami in November. Relax in the stunning infinity pool. Indulge at our alfresco dining venues. Discover again at our new private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, named Best New Cruise Destination. Cruise the Caribbean on MSC Seashore from Miami. Enjoy flexible booking changes and free balcony upgrades. Call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
Ho, ho, ho! It's Santa! The elves are busy in the workshop while I broadcast live from my special studio on iHeartRadio. It's my very own radio station, North Pole Radio. It's all your favorite Christmas songs and me. You can listen to me anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app, and it's really easy to play me on that smart speaker I gave you last year. Just ask Alexa to play North Pole Radio on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. Merry Christmas.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Office is Altamont Springs.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041 to call us. And remember, you do not have to wait for us to bring up something to talk about. If you have something on your mind, feel free to share it. We can give you some great advice. 4 completely different looks at life right now, so you could get the advantage of that. Plus, we have a woman, and she's awesome.
Good save.
Here she is.
Oh,
all right, 407-916-1004, and I'm Jim. Jack and Ross over there, and here's our woman. Her name is Deb. She does the news.
Now, it's time
for
news.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Not a fan of that one. That one's a little scary even for me, I'm going to tell you. I'm carrying. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Hey, this weekend, give him a listen when he's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Governor DeSantis has announced a large 2022 budget for Florida. The governor revealed the $99.7 billion Freedom First budget.
That's a whole bunch.
Freedom First! At a press conference at the Capitol building in Tallahassee this morning, the governor's office said the budget will include a $1 billion gas tax holiday and salary increases for teachers, law enforcement, principals. The bill also allows for more money for K-12 schools, environmental projects, and cancer research. DeSantis says it also protects freedom and liberty by once again rejecting mandates and lockdowns. State lawmakers will consider the budget during the legislative session that begins January 11th.
Very nice.
Okay, it's a usually when you hear of a big cruise ship pulling into port, it's usually a cause for celebration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not everywhere.
Okay.
It's been a turbulent arrival for the largest ship to pull into port in Key West in nearly 2 years.
Oh, yeah, that's a big issue down there right now.
A big issue.
Oh, they hate them. They hate them.
The more than 90,000-ton Nearly 1,000-foot-long Norwegian Dawn was met with hundreds of demonstrators on land and by sea this morning. Now, Key West Committee for Safer, Cleaner Ships, Captain Will Benson says, listen, commercial and recreational charter fishing injects $800 million of revenue into the Florida Keys yearly. Big ships are now allowed to pull into port again after a state law. Now, this is the important part. This is really why I brought this story. Because a state law passed this summer invalidates voter-approved referendums. They had voted on this in Key West and asked Key West residents, do you want big cruise ships to pull into port again? They
vehemently do not.
Did not.
They don't want them.
There were I think 2 or 3 of these voter-approved referendums, and then the state law said, yeah, no, we're not going to let you decide what you want for your community. These referendums, cap the size and capacity of docking ships. So in order to put cruise limits back in place, or those size limits, commissioners have to pass new ordinances.
See, that's what I thought happened is that Key West got together and they fought. They didn't want the super big ships. I think Princess Cruise Lines and a couple of the other smaller boutique cruise lines that specifically cater to, older, more affluent clientele. They wanted those people, but they didn't want the bro ships down there piling off and then wrecking everything in sight.
Because you've cruised. Jack, have you cruised before?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've cruised, but that was the one part of the cruise experience I liked. Have you really, Ross?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, did you guys, that was the port experience I hated.
Right, yeah.
Was that, you get into this charming little Alaskan village, but then there are 3 cruise ships that just pulled in.
Right, yeah.
There's now 15,000 other people you have to try and shop around and see the sights.
So yeah, when we would stay in Jamaica, the crew you'd have to make yourself aware of when the cruise days were, when they were in port, because that changes everything. The beaches, the shops in that area,
stuff.
Absolutely.
So a Key West is already busy, crazy. So
small,
and small,
and it can only take so the infrastructure could just take so much.
Well, the part about it that angers me the most is that this was a local decision that the state decided to undo, and I think that that's just government overreach at its worst.
We see that a lot in Florida.
We do, and we've been singing a lot lately. And it's time for it to end. If the people have made their voices heard and it's about their local community, leave them the hell alone.
Because if not, why ask?
Why ask? Why have the vote?
It makes no sense.
Why have a municipal? Why have a city government? Why have any of that? If the state government can just come in and undo everything you're trying to do.
Freedom first, what you voted on, barely in the top 10.
Exactly. Okay, well, one Florida city, like I said in the tease, is working to see if it can take water from the toilet to the tap.
Okay.
Pilot program in Daytona Beach.
Oh, man.
That examined the process ended in October.
This should help their reputation.
Well, jokes aside, officials say there's a real need to find alternative water sources to accommodate the large amount of people moving to Florida each day, not to mention the water bottling companies that are pulling millions of gallons out of our aquifer to sell it back to us.
Oh, they're going to blame everything but that.
Yeah, of course.
That's for sure.
Yeah, of course.
They will find anything else to blame but those bottling deals they make, those leases
this really
they make.
Pisses me off.
Doesn't that?
How you let companies do that, pump it out of the ground, put it in plastic, ship it wherever, but they're going to come to make sure that you're not watering twice a week and the water's coming from the same place.
Or that they're going to try and figure out if they can take the water from your toilet and put it back into your tap.
But, Niagara's cool.
Hey, keep going. That's awesome.
Yeah, those are bad deals for sure.
Very bad deals.
Those deals can be made within reason, but the problem is they're not within reason.
And that's the other problem is that those deals were made knowing that we have all this new, population moving into the state every day. It doesn't seem to be slowing down.
More of a stress on the aquifer than ever.
Exactly. And we're all going to be left holding the bag. Also in Daytona Beach, NASCAR is part of an effort to get more kids vaccinated against COVID. The NASCAR Foundation, One Daytona, and Advent Health are teaming up to hold a pediatric vaccine clinic for those 5 to 11 years old. It's going to take place Saturday at One Daytona on Daytona Boulevard from 8 to 5. Now, appointments can be made at NASCARfoundation.org, but walk-ins will be accepted too. So if you're over there checking out the Great American Track, maybe get your kid vaccinated.
That's an interesting thing for NASCAR to take in.
Isn't it?
You think about that.
I thought so, very much so, too.
You think about that audience, that's an interesting stance for NASCAR to take.
And very different. Okay, maybe we thought we were out of the woods after Thanksgiving. You know, the grocery stores would stop having to limit stuff. Well, no, not the case. Publix is adding purchase limits on additional holiday items this week. This is because supply chain issues continue across the country. So the supermarket chains placed limited purchases on certain items like things for gravy and cutlery during Thanksgiving. But now for the Christmas holidays and such, they're placing restrictions on holiday-related goods like pie crust.
Oh, really?
Coconut flakes.
Do you realize that I didn't believe I was going to be able to find pie crust, pre-made pie. I didn't make my own pie crust this year.
Right.
I didn't think I was going to be able to find it, and I was able to find it. What I couldn't find the other day is half and half.
That's the other thing. They're even saying purchase limits on coffee creamer.
Yeah, you can't find half and half. I had to buy organic half and half, and I had to buy a quart. Usually I only
that must pain you.
Usually I only buy the pint, but I bought the quart, and I had to buy the organic.
You had to buy organic creamer.
Yeah.
And your gun responded with, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Right, exactly.
That's not my
He made
guy.
that sound that liberals make when they throw something.
My gun actually said, "I'm not drinking that."
Yeah.
Well, this is something to be aware of before you head out to the list. So, like right now, the limits are on pie crust, coconut flakes, and coffee creamer. But officials say that list can change to include or remove items at any time. So be aware of that before you head into the grocery store.
I'll never forget that. And I had to buy organic.
I know. Such a first world problem, man.
It just costs more. I don't want to spend
whoa, come on. You're making
more.
Jim Colbert money, man. You'll be fine.
It costs more. I just don't want to spend that extra 80 cents.
You're such
But that would allow me to tip on a $100 dinner.
Hey, there you go. Oh, man. All right, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket is headed to space with a special telescope.
All right.
The scope is designed to study X-rays from extreme sources like black holes. The spacecraft will measure X-rays to help test and refine theories on just how the universe works. Researchers say the mission will be groundbreaking for decades to come. Kind of one of those many instruments with the Webb telescope that they're still waiting to launch. Is one of the things is that it's X-ray.
That's supposed to go up in 10 days or so.
I know. I'm so excited.
When that thing goes up and they get it set up, they're going to be able to look back to the beginning of time.
Yep.
And if you thought that photographs from Hubble were impressive, the photographs and the detail that this Webb telescope are going to provide is going to be a little scary. I mean, it's going to give you some windows into realities that maybe we are trying to confirm or maybe even just create new theories, but it's going to be very interesting.
It was in one of the What'd You Do That's New that I had assigned, which was about the James Webb. They said the difference between Webb and Hubble, the difference in pictures is like using a magnifying glass versus a digital microscope.
Exactly. It's going to be 1 million miles away.
Yeah.
Which is way farther out than Hubble.
4 times than the moon.
So it's going to be when that thing starts sending back information, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is.
They'll be culling that, I bet.
But it's going to be weeks after it launches before it all unfurls and then has to send everything back.
Think about how long it took them to dial in Hubble. Then they had that problem with the mirror and had to fly up and fix that. I mean, Hubble was out of service for quite a while because of that.
I used to love watching that.
I love that
because it was on in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
We'd close the bar. I'd go home. It was like 4 a.m. I'm just sitting there, watching Story Musgrave move these like refrigerator-sized cabinets around and then fix this thing.
So good.
It was so cool.
So good.
Makes anything better.
He's just eating soup, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you got to slurp it to cool it down. Yeah. Nationally, the FDA has expanded the eligibility for Pfizer coronavirus booster shots to 16 and 17-year-olds. The agency changed the emergency use authorization and now says those kids can receive a booster at least 6 months after getting their second dose. The move comes just weeks after the FDA authorized use of a booster for individuals 18 and older. You didn't have to be immunocompromised to get the booster. Dr. Peter Marks with the FDA said of the booster, quote, its benefits have been shown to clearly outweigh potential risks, end quote. But the CDC actually has to come out and say, okay, kids can now get shots.
Still has to have their approval.
Right, exactly. All right, the nation's top political leaders are remembering the late Senate Majority Leader Bob Dole. His body is lying in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, and President Biden called Dole a hero of American democracy. Biden also recalled Dole's quote, great wit, end quote.
He was one of the funnier guys, but
he really was.
I always say the same thing. I'll never forget the David Letterman appearance.
Yeah.
And he came on Letterman and murdered. I mean, like stand-up vaudevillian, one-liners, self-deprecating, and Letterman turns to him and said, "Why didn't you show America this Bob Dole?
Right.
Why did you let them meet this guy? This guy is one of the most affable guys you could meet."
Yep.
And, it was just kind of an interesting moment in time where a guy really realized, hey, they can like me with this kind of thing. I don't have to be stoic all the time.
And the straight guy.
Brilliantly funny. Everybody said his wit was impeccable.
Yeah, prior to that, I mean, the most average, interaction you'd see with the president was, Clinton doing the MTV thing, and that was the boxer or briefs, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, should you ask a person running for president if they wear boxers or briefs?" And then him playing saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show.
Right.
So that was the first time it was kind of like, oh, the regular guy thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, they before that it was not norm for them to break character, but I remember watching that interview when it was on Letterman back in the '90s and thinking it's like.
You would have won if you would have shown America this guy.
I don't know if he would have won, but because Clinton was pretty strong in his reelection, but it was definitely, it's like a totally different side to Bob Dole and a very likable side to Bob Dole.
Well, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell cited Dole's heroic service in World War II when he lost the use of his right arm, and said the veteran Kansas lawmaker always knew, quote, where he came from, end quote. Republican Dole died this past weekend at the age of 98.
And one of Norm Macdonald's impressions on SNL. That was one of the guys he would play.
Oh, the greatest.
A pair of $100 million lawsuits have been filed by survivors, not of Astroworld. This is of the Oxford High School shooting against the school district.
Yep.
In Michigan. Now, attorney Jeffrey Feiger made the announcement today, and the suit alleges that the district and school officials failed to stop the attack that left 4 students dead and 7 others injured. There's been a lot of focus on the fact that the parents of the shooter were in school that day and refused to take their son out. But now the blame is, well, why did you let him go back to class?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening. Actually, I texted Steve, and the minute I heard about the idea that some of the staff of the school and the school itself may be held liable for some of this, I texted him immediately, and he texts back just one word. He just said, interesting. Steven isn't someone who would talk on the air like kind of flippantly about things like this. He takes it seriously, so he was looking into it. And this is a really interesting precedent that could be set with this case because, if you start holding school officials responsible for things like this, you need to redefine their responsibilities then. And I kind of understand the argument here. There's no question. But, I mean, they're teachers, man. They're not They're not feds. They don't have CIA training. They're not psychoanalysts. They don't understand all this stuff. They're trying to teach 28 kids how to read, write, so they can go out and be productive citizens. Asking a teacher to look for signs of psychopaths is a bit much. And I think that kind of decision is going to come down in something like this. This kind of decision really could have a sweeping effect on school districts throughout the entire country.
I believe the Parkland families also tried to sue the school district for Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Now, those Oxford school employees named in the suit are the superintendent, Timothy Throne, high school principal Stephen Wolf, and other teachers and staff. Throne released a video message saying the district will fully cooperate with the investigation. Reality TV star Josh Duggar. Ooh.
This guy.
Oh, he's not going to have a good time in prison because he's been found guilty of collecting a huge
one of the most disturbing
stash of child pornography.
They said one of the most disturbing collections of child porn they've ever seen. This judge said this, I think, 30 years sitting on the bench.
Yep, and he also said the amount was just mind-boggling.
Unbelievable. And then, of course, friends and family he admitted it to him.
Right.
I mean, it's just a mess. This guy needs to go away for a really long time. Forever's nice.
And this child pornography that they found was actually downloaded to his work computer at an auto dealership where he was the manager. He tried to say, hey, that wasn't me doing that.
That's
it was
just
remotely downloaded.
Some random person trying to take me out, except the problem is similar passwords are used on other accounts that don't have anything to do with this.
Well, a federal jury in Arkansas returned the guilty verdict this morning. He now faces up to 20 years in prison on each of the 2 counts that he faces. Duggar starred in the TLC show 19 Kids and Counting, and his father, Jim Bob, I know.
The name of the show is 19 Kids and Counting.
And Counting. I mean, they're a weird family. But his father, Jim Bob Duggar, is running for a state Senate seat in Arkansas, and he was in the courtroom this morning for the verdict.
Jim Bob Duggar.
Yeah.
That sounds like a scriptwriter thing. That sounds like something you would just make up to make somebody sound like they're from Arkansas.
All right, guys. What percentage of American workers do you think are hoping to change their jobs in the new year in 2022? What you saw the story?
Yeah, no. We just talked about this yesterday a little bit. The whole idea of job hopping now kind of been destigmatized. Is that right?
Stigmatized.
Stigmatized. Yes. There you go. I should dump that, but I'm not because I'm a real man. Because there's no stigma now on the idea of working for a place for 3 years and then bailing for another opportunity. We were talking about this yesterday because the idea that we have is we grew up, hey, man, you work for the same place for a long time. That's an attaboy there. But it's not like that now. The new generation is like, nah, man, I'm 3 years in and we'll go find something new, maybe with more cash.
It's just crazy because I think there's, 10 to 11 million job openings in the country right now. But what percentage of Americans do you think American workers are hoping to change their jobs in 2022?
I'll go 800,000.
What's the percent?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said percentage?
Percentage.
My bad.
I'm a real man.
2.5%.
I could dump that, but I'm going to leave it.
I could dump that too, Jack.
We're authentic.
2.5%. We are authentic, Jack.
2.5%. That's really cute.
Right, is it?
Jack?
How much, Jack?
I'm going to go 20%.
Oh, I wish you'd have said 20 million. It would have been funnier. That's why I'm different than you.
I just want to win.
All right.
I'll go with 12%.
Points, Jack.
Woo!
40%.
What?
About 40%.
Yeah, winning's fun, dude.
Of American workers are hoping to change jobs in 2022. That's according
40%. Half the workforce is like, I'm done.
I'm dipping. That's according to Fidelity's annual financial resolution study.
So 40% of the country all at once went, this place sucks.
Which notes the sentiment is particularly strong among young people.
Yeah.
The study also found that nearly 3/4 of Americans expect to be financially better off next year,
Very nice.
which is good news. Okay,
Yeah, all the signs are pointing to 2022 being a very good year financially.
You think I don't want to. This could be too tangential, but it's long-term hope. If the future seems bleak, they're like, why am I doing a job I don't like?
Exactly.
If you don't think it's going to lead to anything great, and you kind of watch what your parents are doing and just say, I'm just going to throw the dice and wing it.
I got to tell you, I think the idea of watching generations work themselves into the grave.
And get a watch and a pat on the back and an attaboy.
Has finally maybe...
a lap dance and a gold necklace.
Has finally hit the roost.
There's Hoboken. Okay, Barefoot Wine and Oreo Thins are teaming up for the release of a limited edition chocolate wine.
I thought you were telling us about a new mating call that you're putting out.
The red blend will include flavors of chocolate and cookies and cream, along with notes of oak.
Chocolate and wine are absolutely built for each other, by the way.
And is crafted to be enjoyed with Milk's favorite cookie. Now, the wine is available starting today on Barefoot's website. Each delivery order is going to include 2 bottles of the wine and a package of Oreo Thins cookies. Mm-hmm. Be warned, though, the collaboration is expected to sell out quickly. And finally, I love this story. One lucky climber is being allowed to keep $84,000 worth of jewels he found on Mont Blanc, mountain in France.
Why did you look at my head?
I didn't until you just said it, and I was like, wow,
Mont Blanc, and then you scanned my head.
I did not.
You're disrespectful. I'm just trying to do a job here,
just
man.
go pour your organic clean creamer and quit complaining. The climber found the trove of emeralds and sapphires on the European mountain in 2013, and authorities are letting him keep half the stash because they can't find the original owner.
Wow.
The gem experts divided the precious stones equally between the climber and the Chamonix Mont Blanc Council. The council said the stones were being transported by an Air India Boeing 707 that crashed into the mountain in 1966, killing 117 people. Another plane from Air India crashed in the same area in 1950, killing 48 people on board. And debris from those wrecks routinely emerges from the bottom of the glacier, including metal, wire, even a piece of landing gear discovered in 1986.
How creepy is that?
Wait, in July of last year, a cache of well-preserved newspapers from 1966 emerged from the melting glacier in France, one of them announcing Indira Gandhi winning the election as India's first prime minister.
Crazy.
From 1966. And now you all are officially woke. And Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Hey, you want to know if you can qualify to buy a home? Don't grab your car keys. Stay right where you are because it's as easy as going to homeloansradio.com. Click apply now while you're there, and that's it. You're pre-approved. And that pre-approval will allow you to work with someone you can trust and who knows what the mortgage business is doing in your own backyard, and that someone is Don. Chris and I used him buying our home in Mount Dora. He was simply the best part of the home buying process. You don't have to make an appointment or take time off work or stress on I-4. Just go to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. They do it every year. We're going to do it again this year. Pantone's Color of the Year up next.
Oh.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Well, hey, everybody. Good Thursday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. I want to update you Central Florida weather on this Thursday. Another warm one, upper 70s to about 80 for that high. A little mix of sun and clouds. We'll keep it dry. There could be a light shower later this afternoon down in Osceola County after about 3 or 4 o'clock. But otherwise, the area dry today with northeast breezes at 5 to 10. 63, partly cloudy. Some fog redeveloping late tonight. Some could get locally dense again. Light winds to the overnight hours for your Friday and Saturday. Temperatures are growing larger. Low mid-80s for highs both days with lows in the 60s. Dry skies Friday and Saturday. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care and have a great day.
This report is sponsored by Altamont Mall. Celebrate the holidays by stepping into the magic of the Wishing Forest at Altamont Mall. Visit the Wishing Tree Grove, capture magical moments with Santa, and give back to your community with nostalgic games. All proceeds will benefit Allie's Hope Foundation. Visit altamontmall.com to plan your trip.
Man, now is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. I love my Mossy Oak Fence. Love it. It's so unbelievably well built. The craftsmanship is incredible, and these guys know how to add appeal and value to your home. Also, safety and security for your family, kids, and pets. And on top of that, they set the standard for quality, giving you the best warranty in the business. And we are talking premium quality custom fences that are built to last. All you have to do, call or visit mossyoakfences.com. That's where your family's safety and security is their number one priority. It's easy. mossyoakfences.com.
Navy Federal, this is Michelle. How may I assist you today?
Michelle, we haven't talked since I got the Navy Federal app. With personalized notifications, I always know what's happening in my account. See, my paycheck just deposited.
I'm glad you like.
Sorry, just pay my bills.
When your members are the mission, so is their convenience. Set up notifications, check your balance, and track your spending with our mobile app. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Message and data rates apply.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat.
What can we make fresh for you today?
The delight of not having to cook, and instead, letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
The way we make our frozen custard shakes at Culver's isn't all that different from how you might at home. Whip up a batch of fresh frozen custard, like we do daily in our restaurants. You'll need farm fresh dairy and a precise temperature-controlled custard machine. Don't worry, I know a guy. Scoop the slow-churned custard into a cup, add milk and whatever flavor you're craving. Real strawberry, mint, peanut butter. Commence sipping.
Better yet, come to Culver's and leave the whole expertly handcrafted shake thing to us. Welcome to Delicious.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $9. Grab gifts for everyone on your list with up to 60% off store-wide. Hurry to Old Navy or OldNavy.com today. Valid 12/8 through 12/17. Select styles only.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Rising natural gas prices and colder weather are leading to higher energy bills for many this winter. Duke Energy can help you prepare now. Visit our website for no or low-cost energy saving tips to help lower your bill. You'll also find other helpful resources, such as information about installment plans and financial assistance for qualified customers. For more, visit duke-energy.com/winterbill. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hey parents, here's some good news for America's future. Kids ages 5 to 11 are now eligible for a COVID vaccine. That means all those future CEOs and artists, world-class chefs and sports stars, the engineers and the innovators are eligible for a vaccine that can help protect their future. And it's specifically formulated just for them. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances. But at Pantone Plus this holiday season, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, and you've got to see it to believe it. Top brands, we have them. Samsung, LG, HP, and more. Huge product selection and hot holiday deals? Of course. Plus, get next-day delivery options and personalized financing. Discover life's added value at Pantone Plus, your Big Bow Gift headquarters. Shop now and save big on everything on your list. Only at Pantone Plus. Open in Orlando, Ocala, and Orange City.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line's greatest deal ever is here. Book today and enjoy 70% off the second guest. Plus, receive 7 free offers, including free open bar, free specialty dining, free air for second guests, and much more. Up to $4,250 in value. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
This is about as good as it gets. Like and follow at Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I was hoping to hit that ramp a little better. Never had to do that in my career one time, but I always wanted to because it looked fun. There's a certain coolness to it when you're a DJ back in the day and you had to either hit the CD or even drop the record at the right time. There's just something very cool about that.
This is the first time I remember an Apple television commercial really relaunching a song, and then they had a streak. Every song they would use in an Apple ad would definitely just see this resurgence in sales.
I remember the Apple ad introduced me to that band, I think from Georgia. I just had them on the tip of my tongue.
Georgia Satellites.
No, it's the three brothers.
REM.
The ones that sound like... No, not the ones that sound like Led Zeppelin. They're from
God,
Michigan.
I can never remember it. The song is called Red Light or Red Light.
Not REM.
The Avett Brothers?
No. They're not known by their brother name.
Florida Georgia Line.
God almighty, stop. I'm so sorry I said that. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. No, it's on REM. God.
By the way, this is Jet.
Kings
Are
of
You Going to Be My Girl?
Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon. Oh, the brothers from Georgia?
Come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Oh, Jack's on one.
He is on one.
There's a little leftover booze from yesterday.
Ross, your brother got into town yesterday. What was it like, well, you just actually hung out with him for a week.
Yeah,
So
but we were also tied up with family.
So this is the first time you get to chill each day. Was it cool seeing him?
He got home pretty late last night because he spent some time in Tampa watching the series finale of Alter Ego with a couple other contestants.
Mm-hmm.
So he got in about midnight. He kind of passed out pretty soon, and I stayed up for no reason. And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, very good. Did you guys lay out a nice, set up a nice, layout for him? Someplace to sleep?
Aero mattress.
He's sleeping on an air mattress?
Yeah, right now he is, yeah.
Okay, very good. Is he happy with that?
He's stoked.
Should not be.
He's super happy.
Should not be.
He's with his brother.
I know. And they're very low impact, these boys.
Yeah.
Very low impact. High maintenance, low impact.
What?
High maintenance, low impact. That's what the brothers are. Well, that's one of the brothers is very high maintenance, very low impact. It's weird. You wouldn't think it takes a lot to keep that dude going, but there's one of those guys. God almighty. Over and over. Anyway, 407-916-1041.
How long does he stay with you?
For a while, for a couple of weeks. I'm trying to get him in tomorrow.
Even with no room in the inn there, huh?
Yeah, no room in the inn. Someone's moving out.
Big national TV star coming in tomorrow, baby?
Yeah, possibly.
Who's moving out?
Well,
who's moving out?
My mother-in-law.
Kicking her out. Yeah. Finally. Got tired of it. Laid down the law.
House sounds like a hostel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. Way to be a man. She's
Yeah.
a sweet woman. You got to lay down the law sometimes,
Say,
though.
I need rent. My way, the highway.
I don't think any of that happened, did it, Ross?
She'll use that charm against you. You got to be careful.
I don't
She
think
stopped
she
cleaning?
will.
Is that it? She stopped cleaning? You kicked her out?
This is the cleanest my house has ever been.
Is she nasty to the dogs?
Just in time for your brother to arrive.
Skinny dipping in that pool, maybe?
No, God, no. No one skinny dips in that pool.
Yeah. That's dead now. You killed it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I told you guys I would pay this off. Pantone Color of the Year. We did this last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love how these guys frame this stuff because it is the they try to give it meaning by saying something cool about it. Pantone Color Institute, by the way, pretty much sets the quote-unquote tone for what you know as color. Yeah, it's broken down into a number system.
From home design or homeware designers,
printers,
car automotive designers incorporate the colors, commercials, other products. It really is more of a big deal.
Absolutely.
Is this for 2022?
This is 2022. It's called Very Perry. Very Perry.
Oh.
P-E-R-I. I'm guessing that's short for periwinkle, right? Which is a shade of blue.
Yeah.
It says the dynamic periwinkle blue hue with a vivifying violet-red undertone.
Vivifying.
Blends the faithfulness and constancy of blue with the energy and excitement of red. Now that's how you write a paragraph about purple. Because that's basically what it is, light purple.
Do you remember the current year color of the year?
What? It was some green, wasn't it? The new color of the year, according to Sherwin-Williams, is evergreen fog. Which we need a collection of these. And the 2022 color of the year is Very Perry. Very Perry.
The vibrant periwinkle blue hue looks similar to the pigments found in a dark lavender sprig, according to a flat lay image shared by Pantone.
And Deb, I'll continue on. Pantone Color of the Year reflects what is taking place in our global culture, expressing what people are looking for, that color that can give answer to hope.
Well, Pantone characterizes Very Perry as a color that displays, quote, carefree confidence and daring curiosity.
I mean, it's light purple. Right? It doesn't really have all that. I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't. I mean, it's a pretty color and all, but god dang. All right, what you going to paint that color?
My hair.
How many girls' bedrooms can you paint?
Yeah, you get the color and they're like, give me 1,000 words on that. It's like, oh my god.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose.
What is a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio. On demand. Find your favorite show at realradio.fm.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, best holiday selection, lowest prices.
A stop-and-go run continues heading west on I-4 at this hour between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also busy between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. Eastbound delays, too, between U.S. Highway 27 and Polk County up to Osceola Polk Line Road, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're looking good on the beach line. The 408 is accident-free, as well as 417. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
Now, every Tuesday, Wawa Rewards members get any size hot coffee or handcrafted iced coffee for free. All you have to do is sign up for Wawa Rewards. Free Coffee Tuesdays. Good mornings start at Wawa.
Sipping is believing. Come into Dunkin' and get $2 medium lattes and cappuccinos from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Excludes signature lattes.
The North Pole is where toys come from.
But Northern Tool is where tools come from. Northern Tool has the best gifts from top brands, Milwaukee, Steel, Honda, and more. And getting the right tool or a gift card is easy at Northern Tool. Shop in-store or online, then pick it up curbside. Get hard-working tools for everyone on your list, including yourself. Northern Tool and Equipment. Quality tools for serious work.
Man, when it comes to Christmas, you want the best gift ever. Tools Ace Hardware has it for you with a big green egg, all sizes in stock, ready to go, plus selection of stands and tables to fit any lifestyle. The perfect complement to any backyard or patio, and it will be the centerpiece of your outdoor entertainment. How about free assembly and delivery on all big green egg grills in their delivery area? Shop at any of the stores, 11 locations throughout Central Florida, Winter Garden, Claremont, Groveland. They're everywhere. Find yours easily at acehardware.com.
Looking for healthcare coverage? Here's some great news. United Healthcare individual and family plans are now available on the healthcare marketplace. 80% of enrollees can find a plan for $10 or less a month after tax credits. Visit buyuhc.com to shop and learn more. CMS Newsroom, March 12, 2021. Policies have exclusions, limitations, and terms under which the policy may be continued, enforced, or discontinued. For costs and complete coverage details, contact your insurance agent or United Healthcare.
Gifts wrapped? Check. Ugly sweaters? Check. An unforgettable holiday experience for the whole family? Check it out on the McDonald's app. It's a holiday wish come true. Open the app now to get an exclusive offer from Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. Your family can visit both parks for less than $55 each to experience Busch Gardens Christmas Town and SeaWorld Christmas Celebration. Get more great deals every day, like 20% off frozen Coke. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 12/30/21. McD app download and registration required. Refer to the McD app for details and restrictions.
It's the holiday season at Wawa, and we have you covered with gift cards for everyone on your shopping list. Find gift cards for the Wawa fans in your life, or other popular gift cards like Xbox or Apple gift card. Whether it's for your boss or your best friend, make anyone's season bright in one Wawa run. Happy holidays from Wawa, your one-stop gift card shop.
Deck the cups with Tuesday coffee. Wah wah la 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 la. Get the app and get free coffee. Wah wah la 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 la.
This holiday season, Wawa Rewards members get any size coffee free on Tuesdays, including Wawa's warm and inviting holiday blend hot coffee or handcrafted peppermint mocha iced coffee. Get the Wawa app, sign up for rewards, and get free coffee Tuesdays. Happy holidays start at
So when is the time to save thousands below retail on thousands of in-stock cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans? Well, right now at Off Lease Only. I know my wife and I just bought a car from Off Lease Only last month. It's a great time to buy. This is your chance to drive away in an incredible deal and save thousands under Kelley Blue Book on the largest selection of used cars, trucks, SUVs, or vans. Other places have low inventory, but not at Off Lease Only. Nearly 4,000 of the nicest, nearly new 2017 through 2021 vehicles on the lot right now. So don't pay more. Choose from the freshest inventory that is arriving daily, plus your trade-in is wanted. So it's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Financing is available for all types of credit, and you can get pre-qualified on their website right now at offleaseonly.com. You can call them at 407-222-CARS or swing by their massive state-of-the-art location and take a test drive. It's just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. My AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
Attention Central Florida. AutoBuy, Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation, makes it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, boat, or ATV. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. If it floats, we will buy it for the max. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Don't get misleading online offers that change when you get there. Call, click, chat, or come by to get your instant offer. It's that fast and easy, and you'll get the max. We'll pay up to $1,000 more than any written valid CarMax offer. To get the max, visit AutoBuy. We pay the max.com.
Since 19 1992, Mills Air has kept Orlando cool. Visit millsair.com to schedule your service today.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
By the way, the texting service, I have no problem, zero problem with air mattresses. I have a number of them for when people that I don't like come over as well.
Oh, how the mighty fall.
407-916. You didn't listen.
He didn't. He missed it.
917-1041. You can text us at 77031. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
So is Jack.
Greetings.
And Ross is as well.
That is true.
Yeah, nothing wrong with air mattresses. I have a couple nice ones.
Well,
you have the ones that self-fill. Like if they get past a certain thing, it automatically comes on and fills back up to the pressure.
There are different levels now, and they've gotten into like where it's enclosed. Yeah, you just plug it in, and they have some that come up to like almost the regular height of a bed, a couple feet off the ground.
18 inches.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got that separate little
air chamber.
Yeah, like the air. Are you familiar? Oh yeah, girl. Air chamber, and this one has even a little head. Like a little head, so you could like a little headboard.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it does. It has like a little inflatable headboard.
God, even Jimmy's air mattresses are bougie.
And it's
Send
top,
that to Maxwell.
And the top of it is like kind of a softer kind of but what it's kind of grippy. I don't know how to explain it.
It's softer and grippy.
Oh, so it doesn't slide on the
sheets
floor.
Don't slide all over the place, right? Yeah. Or yeah. So it's actually not bad at all.
That's nice.
The only thing about air mattresses is I'm big, so inevitably they run out of air, and I wind up cycling down like Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street.
See, what I picture
next
is
thing you know, I just look like a dumpling with feet and a bald head sticking out.
His poor Tori gets probably bounced out of her side of the bed as soon as Jim hits the
he
sack.
hits it and it shoots her across the room. Yeah.
She ends up back downstairs.
I'm like, honey, you come to bed? She goes, no, not on the river, blob.
Yeah, you in an air bed, you don't need a pillow. You need a mama bird.
I need an incubator.
Yeah.
When I'm in that thing.
Incubator.
So, airlines have had an interesting year.
Oh, a couple of years,
it
man.
seems like every week we are telling a story about somebody punching out a flight attendant or getting into a fight with somebody or doing something stupid, getting hammered drunk and just acting like a jackass, and then getting themselves banned from flying in the U.S. for their entire existence.
Yeah.
Which is so, could you imagine if you were banned from flying? Like, it would be a big deal. Like, if you travel even a little bit, it would be a big deal, I got kids in Seattle. What am I supposed to do? Hop in the car and drive to Seattle? That's 4 days. I'm not doing it. I don't like them that much.
It's a lot of hours.
It is a lot of hours. Your brother just drove from Arizona, dude. What's that, like 30 hours?
Yeah. I don't even know. It's too many hours.
It's a lot. And you said you almost had a breakdown on the road once, didn't you?
Yeah, when I first got onto the road and when I was like sleeping at rest areas and stuff, I was like, all right, this is a little different.
Your brother thrived in that, though, didn't he?
I don't know if you can thrive. I think you can just survive.
You just learn how to deal with it?
Yeah, you have a different survival rate.
Well, according to Fox 35 here in Orlando, a woman has done something on an airplane that I have never heard of in my life. Can I tell you, I've never heard of this outside of an airplane. Did you hear about it?
I think this is a while ago.
Is this an old story?
I read it a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week.
Well, it's December 2nd, so maybe it was last week. I did not see this story.
Is it the
woman was on an airplane?
You'll never guess. Let him try.
How did you not bring this up? This is the one I was telling you earlier in the show. I have one of your bumper stories.
Yeah, let's turn this on to Deb. Why didn't you tell us about this?
Because this is the kind of story that makes you go, "What?"
All right, so a woman.
I couldn't believe it was real.
On a Delta, I had to double check. These guys picked it up, so I was like, "Well, it's got to be okay, real."
Right.
It's Fox. It's got a coin flip. But it says Newsweek reported the woman as well. She was on a plane between Syracuse, New York, and Atlanta, Georgia, when the incident occurred, and apparently an image started circulating on social media that the aircraft communications addressing and reporting system popped up, and it showed exactly what was happening on the airplane that was being complained about.
Yeah, this is like a texting service between flight crews direct to the air traffic control tower. So this isn't supposed to be for public consumption.
It's not. It says, by the way, 13A, which is a seat on the airplane, is breastfeeding her cat and will not stop.
Oh.
How do you get past the teeth?
She's breastfeeding a cat and will not stop. It says she will not put the cat back in the carrier. She will not quit.
You're right. I've never heard of that happening outside of.
I haven't.
Meet the Fockers.
She's got one of these.
Or this story.
Quote, by the way, this woman had one of those, like, hairless cats swaddled up in a blanket so it looked like a baby.
Oh!
I mean, are we sure it's not just like a really ugly right boob fighting the left one then?
Her shirt was up, and she was trying to get the cat to latch, and she wouldn't put the cat back in the carrier, and the cat was screaming for its life. It did not want to be next to that mangled boob.
I mean, if it's a furless cat, hear me out, though.
All right, I'm listening.
That's a Sphinx, I believe.
You know, that could look like a baby. Maybe she had a couple drinks.
It could look like a baby.
She has a couple drinks. She's like, oh, I'll help out the little one.
Oh, man.
I haven't seen the video.
There is no video.
Oh.
I know. Jack was just going to go check.
If there is a video, it's going to cost you like $4.99 a month.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
OnlyFans. Let's check and see.
It's funny they type it in the font that comes in one of those like one of those airport monitors.
Yeah.
It says start. Cat will not be put back in its cart. Stop. And then they go on to just basically say they don't know what to do. It's an issue here on the plane. She's not going to stop.
See, and this is why whenever I hear like these inspirational quotes that go like, just be yourself. Don't let anybody ever stop you from being you. I always want to just throw a flag on the field and go, well give me more details.
Right. Because in this case, somebody needs to stop you from being you.
Yeah.
They need to actually protect you from you.
Because if that statement includes breastfeeding cats on an airplane.
Hairless cats.
Hairless cat. Gnaw. That's a big gnaw.
Yeah. Well, that's what the cat was doing.
Yeah.
The cat was trying to get away. Gnawing.
Do we know the airline?
It was Delta.
And they're saying cat, not kitten. You know, they're saying cat. Like, you know, cats eat kibble, right? They eat like or wet food or whatever. But I mean, like, what do you feed your cat? Is it almost always kibble or is it a mix of the two?
Oh, well, they, wet and dry, but they're certainly not on a milk supplement.
Exactly. What my point is if you have a full-grown cat, when you're on a plane, you bring something to nibble on, like something dry it can chew on. You don't, I mean.
Well, maybe that's exactly what she was doing.
Oh. But even with a kitten, how do you
You don't, man. Their teeth are like needles. Why would you even want to do that? That's going to draw more blood than anything else.
Oh, God.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I've never got bit by a cat.
I have.
Oh, man.
I mean, their teeth are very sharp.
And
their needle sharp.
Their jaws are strong. The way they're designed, they kind of like a staple remover.
Yeah.
And, man, when they go in, it's no fun at all. And it hurts.
Maybe the cat was suave, really good at it. He
had a couple good lines.
Yeah, good lines.
He could work that latch with one arm.
All I know is that cat toy just replaced the word fun bag in my dictionary.
Whip out them cat toys?
Yeah. Let me see them cat toys.
Let me see them cat toys. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. My God almighty, man.
Wow.
And Delta, get that off of Delta and put it where it belongs. Spirit. And that's a spirit move.
That is a spirit move. Or Frontier.
Frontier would work.
Frontier.
Yeah, I would go with Frontier.
But not, Swoop. But not even business class Frontier. They have more class.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't know this either, but Delta has a team for this.
What?
It says, according to Newsweek...
The cat breastfeeding team?
Yeah. How often does this happen?
A passenger's breastfeeding a cat. It will not put it back in its carrier. And, quote, it's followed by a message that asks the situation to be addressed by the airline's, quote, red coat team upon landing. So apparently there may be like a security team or some kind of like a PR team or something that handles stuff like this, that when they land, they rush them out there.
Do we know the name of the cat?
Muffins.
We don't. We
No.
don't know the name of the cat, buddy. Would you like to suggest a couple?
Mr. Nipples.
How about Mr. Nibbles?
I mean,
How about Little Bo Teat?
Yeah.
Who likes his catnips?
Didn't the show used to have some respect at one point? I thought we did. I thought we did at one point. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Don't forget, guys, Glenn Clausman joins us in a few minutes. Not next, but in just a few minutes.
He turned around.
For Santa Claus.
He turned the car around.
Let me repeat that. You know, Glenn was scheduled to be on the show at 4:20. Right now, he's currently shaking his head and wonder why he's part of the program and why he spends money here at all.
And how he's going to be able to cancel the next 5 to 10.
Good Lord of mercy.
Can we get that lady for the next Animal House segment?
I want to be part of that red coat team for Delta. That seems fun. Just bust people up in a red coat on behalf of Delta. Ma'am, remove the cat from your boob. Ma'am, step away from the cat and put that away. Nope, not on the floor. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec. One more to the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose.
Put the cat on the floor.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Our heaviest traffic continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing slowdowns too between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. If you're heading in from Polk County, we're seeing eastbound delays from US Highway 27 to past Osceola Polk Line Road and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 536. We're looking good on the 408, 417, and the Beach Line at this hour. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12 Hour. Did you know that doctors use Mucinex? That's right. Mucinex is the #1 OTC brand doctors trust for themselves and their families. So with cold and flu season upon us, why would you use anything else? Grab Mucinex and put yourself back in control. Available at CVS.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Staying healthy isn't easy, especially during the holidays. Watching your diet, staying active, managing stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Bring proven quality sleep home for the holidays. It's our holiday savings event. Save up to $500 on select Sleep Number 360 smart beds, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
I want to break free. Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line's greatest deal ever is here. Book today and enjoy 70% off the second guest. Plus, receive 7 free offers, including free open bar, free specialty dining, free air for second guests, and much more. Up to $4,250 in value. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And don't miss out. Ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming. The possibilities are endless. That's more speed, and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Plus, ask how to score a 5G phone on us when you switch. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 12/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with 1 unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds up to 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
If you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
What did you do, love?
I ran out of internet data.
And they're making your shame walk.
No, it's just how I feel. Shame! Shame!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
Nice to have unlimited internet data, right?
Right. The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. Restrictions apply.
Looking for a holiday that's merry, not melted? That's cool, because Kroger has refrigerated delivery trucks. We'll keep your hams honeyed and your cranberries colorful. And our fresh guarantee will save you the wilt and the worry, or we'll make it right. That's more than just delivery, it's Kroger over delivery. Order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your first 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Some roads take us to where we want to go. Other roads lead to Mo. In a world full of dangerous roads, there's only one thing you need to know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Tobacco-Free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke, never come back to smoke, I'll never come back, I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-UCAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Ho, ho, ho! It's Santa! The elves are busy in the workshop while I broadcast live from my special studio on iHeartRadio. It's my very own radio station, North Pole Radio. It's all your favorite Christmas songs and me. You can listen to me anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app, and it's really easy to play me on that smart speaker I gave you last year. Just ask Alexa to play North Pole Radio on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. Merry Christmas!
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Hanajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the...
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041 to call us. Text us easily at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. If you want to grab the Jim Colbert Show seasonings and rubs, do it now. We're reaching our point to where I can only guarantee delivery before Christmas to a certain point. Probably going to be about middle of next week.
That's what the big shippers are saying.
In that world. So if you want to get the order guaranteed to get to you by Christmas, and that includes areas outside the state, hop online right now, JimColbertLive.com. Order your seasonings, 3 rubs for you, chicken, pork, and beef. They're all delicious. Tons of great reviews on Facebook. People have been talking about them. Plus, it's a little something from the show. The designs are great. Thanks to the guys over at Danger Brain Studios. We appreciate that very much. But again, it's JimColbertLive.com. Grab your seasonings now. If you order them now, make it a big send out on tomorrow and on Saturday as well. And we'll just keep it rolling. But I just want to make sure you can get them before Christmas, yes.
And didn't you say just this morning you mailed a set to California?
Irvine, California, out there listening to the show. Look, man, I did not see that this morning, but we just got a text about this thing happening in Embry-Riddle. And, you know, I'll be the first one to say when somebody messes up in one of these scenarios, you know, you got to bring attention to it. There have been too many of these incidents now to take anything lightly.
Right.
I mean, any threat whatsoever has to be investigated. We just simply can't do this. With what happened at Stoneman and here in Michigan and a number of others, I mean, you could draw a picture of all of them. We always have these breakdowns of communication where somebody didn't think it was a big enough deal or they didn't take it seriously. But this situation at Embry-Riddle this morning could have been a complete and utter nightmare for us here in Central Florida because the details behind this situation are incredible.
Yeah, well, Daytona Beach Police Chief Jakari Young said police were able to stop a potential mass shooting at Embry-Riddle today, and it was by the grace of God, those are his words, grace of God, that they were able to avoid this mass shooting. And 19-year-old John Hagens was arrested outside of his apartment this morning by police with his backpack. Inside, they found 6 magazines, a Caltech Sub 2000 rifle that was collapsible. There was also several other boxes of 9mm ammunition.
Got a laser scope, tons of ammo,
earmuffs. He had sold his vehicle to purchase this weapon. This weapon was only purchased recently, and this was why it was so critical. Because today is the last day before winter break at Embry-Riddle. He had to do this today. The campus would have been packed because everybody has to be there to take their final exams. After today, there would have been not that many people on campus. So thank God he was talking on social media on Snapchat to a couple of other Embry-Riddle students when he made some comments about wanting to, quote, enact a Columbine. Of course, the famous 1999 school shooting. Those 2 students took no chances, alerted authorities. Authorities were able to meet him outside of his apartment door, where he said he was going to go to a gun range before going to Embry-Riddle that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today, specifically.
As he walked out of his apartment, they took him down.
They took him down.
And he was loaded for bear, ready to go. When you sell your car to do something like this, basically what you're telling me is you didn't plan on coming back from that.
Nope.
Now, again, I'm just, you're just using this based on information that we have. With a lot of these people, they'll do the deed, then they'll take themselves out. And you can see a certain pattern in their behavior. But, kudos to the 2 people online that were brave enough to kind of, or even just kind of astute enough to go, hey, we probably shouldn't take this lightly anymore. Any of these threats, when you start dropping the Columbine bomb in a Snapchat conversation as a 19-year-old looks to be like one of these incel guys, one of these very frustrated white kids who can't get laid and they plan on taking it out on the school, whatever the case may be, that this guy fits that mold as if they'd molded the son of a bitch out of him. Now, he looks just like one of those guys.
You had said that one of the magazines looked like it held up to 25 rounds because of the length of it.
Yeah, if you look at these mags, depending on the round or whatever, to me, just from the picture, it looks like 10 to 12 rounds in at least those there, and that one on the top maybe up to 20. So, I mean, depending on how effective he could have been inside the school with changing magazines, and if the gun didn't jam, I mean, he could have done some massive damage. It could have been very, very bad today. Incredible, man.
Isn't it?
Well, those guys should get awards. I don't care what it is. There should be some accommodation for people who stand up and do stuff like this. Those two kids could have saved a number of lives today.
They did save a number of lives. And yet at the same time, it's important to just do what they did. Just don't take any chances. Because they could have said, he's just blowing off steam. It's the end of semester. We're all really frustrated right now. They could have made any number of excuses for his comments, but instead they're like, no, man, that's not cool.
And by the way, and if you're uncomfortable, like just calling the police directly, the Crime Line app,
that's
the P3 app, or for any students, the P3 Campus app, just a great way to anonymously pass along information that can help save lives.
Absolutely, because you'd like to think that these 2 students could receive commendations, but you also know that there could also be other blowback on social media.
Sure, he said he already confessed to making the statements on social media. He's confessed to it. He may want to claim it was all a joke and he wasn't serious about it, but we don't think any fine. You can't joke like that anymore.
No.
There are just certain things you can't joke about anymore.
Plus, that's not a joke.
And you're right, it's not a joke. I always say that. Where's the punchline?
Exactly.
Where's the funny part when you drop the Columbine thing? I mean, where's the humor? I'm not saying that you can't make a joke around that. I mean, a couple comedians have tried to do that and they've been successful enough. It's out of taste, but it does work. But I mean, where's the joke here? What's the joke when you just kind of make a general statement that I'm going to go pull a Columbine at Embry-Riddle? It's not like he said, well, if I don't pass this test, I'm going to have to do a Columbine, or if this girl, there was no excuse. There was no joke, nothing to set anything like that up.
And I don't know what's going on. I do know that specifically in South Florida, they've had 4 students arrested just this week for making threats to shoot up various schools, including a student at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, where, of course, you had that horrific shooting several years ago. So a lot of law enforcement agencies around the country have said ever since the Michigan school shooting, they're unfortunately having to address more of these threats this week. And every single one of them made on social media, and they're treating it as serious as a heart attack.
Absolutely.
Not a joke. You can say it's a joke, but you're going to face some real adult charges.
Absolutely. It's going to be crazy. Well, here's the thing. I'm glad that these things like that happen. I wish they got more publicity. That's why we were talking about it now, because you just want everybody to know that you can have an impact on a situation like this.
Oh, yeah.
If you just simply speak up. Detective Barb has been going on the monsters for years, talking about that idea of just speaking up a little bit. Just say something so that somebody hears you say it that can maybe make a move if you feel paralyzed in fear that something's going to happen or there's going to be some kind of repercussions for you making a move of that nature, just to make people stronger and more verified that they can have an impact on a scenario like this.
And that's why Crime Line is so important, because Detective Barb, if there's one thing I remember her always pushing home and wanting to make the point more of anything else, is your information is always anonymous.
It's anonymous.
No one will ever know that you called. They don't even take your information.
Crazy story out there. So congratulations, guys. I'm glad you were able to nab that kid. This could have been a real odd afternoon. Because you're right. It says right there that winter break is coming. Everybody's on campus. It was packed. It could have been like a ducks in a barrel kind of thing.
He had to do it today.
Wow.
So today would have been a horrible day had those two Snapchat listeners not alerted authorities. And Dakari Young, Daytona Beach Police Chief, kudos to you and your officers.
And I learned something new. Snapchat's still a thing.
Yeah. I think Snapchat's a big thing, isn't it?
Snapchat is huge.
Yeah, brother.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
Still.
I think that's where all like kids have dumped Facebook, and a lot of them still do Instagram, and Snapchat is what my kids have been talking about forever.
Because they don't do Twitter anymore.
Well, I ignored Snapchat hoping it would go away, and it kind of faded. So I was ignoring TikTok, and TikTok won't go away.
Yeah, TikTok's not going to go away, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Santa Clausman is up next. If you want to take a shot at a Publix gift card, he's got a fistful of them. We've got some trivia for you. We'll do that next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we're watching for more fog developing tonight. The low 66. Tomorrow, high 84 degrees with mostly sunny skies. A warm end to the work week. We'll see a couple of clouds in the afternoon. 84 on Saturday. Then a cold front approaches on Sunday. After a high of 82, the breeze picks up and temperatures fall, but not by a lot. We're going to see highs in the mid and upper 70s for Monday and for Tuesday. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by COVIDclinic.org. COVID cases are on the rise. Getting tested is easy at COVID Clinic. With drive-thrus locations near you, get professional and reliable testing from the safety of your car. Results in 60 minutes, plus expedited testing for travelers. Go to COVIDclinic.org to book an appointment.
Happy holidays to you and your family from the family over at Mossy Oak Fence. As a special little thank you during the holidays, our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence are offering a free walk gate for every purchase of $150 or more for all active military, veterans, and first responders. That's a value of up to $500. All you have to do is visit mossyoakfences.com and mention promo code USA. That's it. Just a small token of the Mossy family's appreciation exclusively for our military and first responders. That's mossyoakfences.com. Just mention promo code USA. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances. But at Cons Home Plus this holiday season, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, and you've got to see it to believe it. Top brands, we have them. Samsung, LG, HP, and more. Huge product selection and hot holiday deals? Of course. Plus, get next-day delivery options and personalized financing. Discover life's added value at Cons Home Plus, your Big Bow Gift headquarters. Shop now and save big on everything on your list. Only at Cons Home Plus. Open in Orlando, Ocala, and Orange City.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
My Way from Giorgio Armani. This sparkling, floral, woody fragrance, consciously sourced ingredients from around the world in sustainable, refillable packaging. The union of citrus, tuberose, vanilla, and warm wood Unbox the most desired gifts this holiday season with My Way from Giorgio Armani. For the woman who wants to live life her way.
Hey, Mario Lopez here. COVID cases and new variants are unfortunately on the rise again. If you're experiencing symptoms, think you've been exposed, or just aren't quite sure about that one gathering you attended recently, get a no-cost patient COVID test at covidclinic.org. They have locations all throughout the state with rapid result testing also available. So visit covidclinic.org and find a location near you. It is easy, fast, and super safe. covidclinic.org.
Put your business top of mind with customers this holiday season. iHeart Ad Builder is the cost-effective way to create a custom radio ad that can reach customers wherever they go. Answer a few questions online and Ad Builder does the rest. Get started at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Are you 65 or older, diagnosed with heart failure, and still experiencing unresolved symptoms? Then this message may be for you. Other symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome or gastrointestinal problems could be a sign of something more serious, like transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM for short. ATTR-CM is a rare and life-threatening disease that worsens over time, so it's important to recognize the signs and talk to your doctor. For more information, visit attrcmfacts.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders. Remember when that hurricane took out my lanai?
You mean sunroom?
Same thing. My AAA insurance agent helped make sure I had the right home and auto coverage, so we rebuilt it.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. I saved over $800 on both home and auto together. And my new lanai is beautiful.
Seriously? You're still calling it a lanai?
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
When I met you in the summer.
It's time to live, laugh, and create memories again with MSC Cruises. Join us on some of the world's most modern and innovative ships. Discover again at our new private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, named Best New Cruise Destination. Cruise from Miami or Port Canaveral and discover Ocean Key, our new exclusive private island. Enjoy flexible booking changes and free balcony upgrades. Call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 into Land.
Real Radio. Real Radio. Radio.
104.1.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting.
Go.
Ready.
Ross, you mean just run them right down the line?
You run them right down. If you win, you're going to email me, and I will tell you my email after you win.
Okay, very good. Donna, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm great. Thank you.
All right, very good. Well,
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Donna.
Santa. Sorry, Santa Clausman.
All right, that's it.
Yes, we got to play the bit.
Santa today.
You got to play the bit if you want the card.
That's
for
right.
sure.
Damn it.
All right, now, Glenn, you asked me what the topic today was, as we were kind of talking about that, and I thought it would be neat if we did questions about charity. You are a guy who likes to give back, so I figure we would do questions about charity. So all these questions have something to do with giving, and you'll have 4 answers, right? And if you can get it right, like I said, you go straight to Ross's email and you get your card. But if not, you still have a chance. You can pick one of the guys from the show. Are you guys ready for round 1?
Ready.
All right, here we go. This person lost their billionaire status because they donated so much money to charity. A, Oprah Winfrey. B, J.K. Rowling. C, Mackenzie Bezos. Or D, Bill Gates.
So I can guess first and then choose.
That's right. If you guess and get it right, you go straight there, but you still have a chance.
Go number 3.
Number 3, Mackenzie Bezos is not the answer.
Oh, that was going to be my guess.
Is not the answer. Which one of these guys do you want to choose to have you help you out?
Go with Santa.
Santa.
No, don't even say that. Of course I'm going to go to Santa.
All right.
Yay!
All right.
Smart lady.
Santa Clausman, here's the question. This person lost their billionaire status because they donated so much money to charity. A, Oprah Winfrey. B, J.K. Rowling. C, Mackenzie Bezos, which we know is not right. Or D, Bill Gates. What do you think, buddy?
Well, I mean, they're all billionaires, and they all give a lot of money to charity. You got Winfrey or Gates or Rowling. I would think that no matter how much Winfrey and Gates give, they're still billionaires. So I would go with Rowling.
Yes.
That's the answer.
Yay!
You got it right. Very good.
Wow. Way to work it out, counselor.
He broke it down, got the answer. Donna, you're a winner of a $20 gift card.
Counselor clause.
You got it. All right. Well,
Christmas, Santa. Thank you.
Sure. Happy.
Yeah, very good.
Have you have a great Christmas.
All right, Glenn, there you go, buddy. You got a winner right off the bat. Donna is a winner. Let's go to Ray. Ray, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing wonderful, buddy. You're here with Santa Clausman, Glenn Clausman, ClausmanLaw.com. You have a question for you here, buddy. These are all doing with charity, and then you know the deal here. I'll read you the question. If you get it right, boom, you go. If not, choose somebody from the staff here, and off we go. From 2008 to 2013, singer-guitarist Jack Johnson donated what percentage of his touring revenue to nonprofit organizations? So for 5 years, Jack Johnson toured, and then he donated a percentage of those earnings to nonprofit organizations. Is it A, 35%, B, 42%, C, 65%, or D, 100%?
Whoa.
I'm going to have to go with 32%.
No, it's A was 35%. That is incorrect. Who would you like to have work for you here?
Santa.
Sounds like Santa Clausman is today.
Yay! Smart dude, Ray.
Head in his hands.
All right.
Now, who's this guy that's donating the money?
Okay, it's Jack Johnson. And do you know who Dave Matthews is? Glenn, Dave Matthews, your daughter loves this kind of music. I'm virtually certain of it.
Dave Matthews fan.
He's like a guitar singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Johnson is one of the biggest college one of those that ever was. For 5 years, he toured, and he gave a percentage of that money to nonprofit organizations. Is it A, 32%? We know that's not the answer. So it's either 42%, 65%, or all of it. D, 100%.
Whoa. Did he ever say why?
He just does.
He's got a big heart, Glenn.
All right. A guy with a big heart, if he's going to give it, I say he gives it all. I'd say 100%.
Wow. That's absolutely correct.
Yay! Woo! Woo! Glenn, you're on a tear.
Oh, man.
How about that? That guy tours 5 years, and gives every nickel he earns to nonprofit organizations. Had you ever heard that before about Jack Johnson?
And I did not know that about him. I have one of his songs we play Upside Down. We play on Real Music Weekends, but wow, I did not know that.
Ray, you're a winner, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. Santa Clausman came through for you.
Woo, Santa Clausman.
There's got to be a reason. We ought to figure out why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's in next week's Colbert Report.
We'll do that. We'll do reasons.
Send out your investigator.
All right, let's go to. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Welcome to the show, buddy.
Good. How about you?
Doing great, man. We're talking about charitable organizations here and charity in general. Got a question here for you. If you get it right, off you go. If not, you can choose somebody from the program to help you out. Here we go. In this country, gambling is controlled by the government, and all profits go to charity. In this country, the gambling is controlled by the government, and all the profits from gambling go to charity. Is it A, Austria, B, Denmark, C, Finland, or D, Norway?
I was going to say uninsured motorists, but I guess that's not an option.
Good try, though.
I like that.
We'll go with C, Finland.
You don't need anybody's help, buddy. You're a winner right off the
Whoa,
bat.
Finland it is.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, total guess there, but that's interesting. You know what? What a great concept.
That is an awesome way. You let people have their fun, but the sin ends up serving some good.
Now, I'm not saying all casinos, because we don't want to cut those people out of their money. I mean, people are business owners for crying out loud. But if you had a government-owned casino that maybe they had to seize for maybe something or whatever, why wouldn't you do that? Run a casino and the profits go to charity?
It's a great call.
I don't know. You give it a shot. Who knows? All right, here we go. Let's go to...
I guess it matters how you define profits, Jim.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Profits after salary and expenses.
Yeah. Maybe it does.
There you go.
All right. Well, maybe maybe it's not so glorious after all.
Yeah. Well, they're close to the North Pole, Finland. So.
All right, Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Awesome, Jim. How you doing?
Doing great, man. I got a question here for you. You know the deal. If you think you know it, just say the answer. You go straight to the old gift card. If not, you can choose somebody to help you out, and they can win it for you as well. Here we go. This action star has pledged to give 100% of his fortune to charity, leaving his son no part of his estate.
Ooh.
Is it A, Jackie Chan, B, Mel Gibson, C, Steven Seagal, or D, Tom Cruise?
I'm going to guess Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson is incorrect.
Ooh.
That's incorrect. Now, who would you like to have help you for this?
Santa Claus.
Santa. Go Santa.
I'm going to listen to Deb and Jack. We go to Santa.
All right.
Yay!
Santa. You're earning your money today, Clausman. That's for sure. All right, Glenn. Here's the deal. This action star has pledged to give 100% of his fortune to charity, leaving his son no part of his estate. Is it A, Jackie Chan, C, Steven Seagal, or I should say B, Steven Seagal, or D, Tom Cruise?
Yeah, well, I know it's not Seagal, but so we got Cruise or Jackie Chan, and his son. I think that might be a clue. I think Cruise has more than just a son. I have to go with Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Man, you are killing it. Jackie Chan is the answer.
Wow. Great deductive reasoning.
You're like a savant, dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a saint.
Please don't ever play our real trivia because I make it way too easy.
Wow.
Brandon, you're a winner, but that's a $20 gift card coming your way.
We have played poker, and I'm not so good at that.
Yeah,
You know
okay.
that.
It's a different game altogether. But
That's card poker. Now, I do well with
slot machine
negotiating
poker.
settlements.
Negotiating settlements. That's his
I'd rather have your skill
specialty.
set there.
Yeah.
Save poker for someone else.
All right, Tom, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
How's it going, guys?
Doing quite well. I think you have one of the easier questions today. Maybe we'll find out if it's so easy or not. There could be a swerve in there. Remember, I got a question for you. If you get it, boom, you go. If not, you can choose somebody from the staff to help you out. Here we go. It's simple. This month leads all others in charitable giving. Is it A, April, B, November, C, August, or D, December?
Ooh.
December.
Oh,
December is the answer.
Yeah.
Listen, Glenn. So it's $120 gift card. I'll meet you halfway on it. My God. They can't
That's
all.
it easy.
They can't all be winners. I was hoping to get a little swerve there.
If you wanted to overthink it, you could go, November, it's Thanksgiving,
Right.
but really it's that end-of-year tax implication. I think that gets a lot of it done.
All right, let's get up here to Michael. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Good, good, good. Let's play.
Let's play, buddy. Here we go.
Yay.
You know the deal. I got this question for you. Try to find the answer. If not, somebody can help you for sure.
Like your energy.
Off we go. More than 2/3 of the population of this country donates money or helps a stranger every month.
Whoa.
That's right. More than 2/3 of the population of this country donates money or helps a stranger every month. Is it A, the USA, B, Australia, C, Greenland, or D, Brazil?
Oh, geez. I think I heard this somewhere before. Greenland.
Greenland is not the answer. But who would you like to have help you out?
Please, Santa.
Santa.
I'm gonna go
Oh, my God.
Mr. Fuego over there.
He says you're in Fuego, Glenn.
You're in Fuego, Glenn.
All right, Glenn, I'll repeat the question for you. More than 2/3 of the population of this country donates money or helps a stranger every month. Is it A, USA, B, Australia, D, Brazil, for a $20 gift card for our man, Michael?
Well, I knew it wasn't Greenland. There's not enough people up there.
Right.
It's not the USA's. And I think I can't imagine it being Brazil.
Agreed.
So I got to go with Australia. I'm shocked they give that much, but I got to go to Australia.
Man, that's unbelievable how good you are at this. I mean, it really is. Australia is the answer.
Yay! Thanks for taking the heat off us, Glenn.
I know, really.
Do not ever step into my trivia night. Ever come to my trivia night.
Don't press your luck.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
mind.
by the way, to answer Glenn's query about Jack Johnson and why he donates so much to charity, surfer from Hawaii, and he donates everything to like environmental related causes, and it's about keeping the oceans clean, and he has charitable foundations set up to that end, and he does it all over the world.
There you go. Well, I mean, you think
that's great.
The surfers. Go ahead,
There's a charity called Clean the World, and maybe he probably gives a lot of money to that. Good charity.
I think he does, actually. And surfers are interesting people because they're really kind of low-impact people, and they live kind of a bohemian lifestyle where they don't really have a lot of possessions. They're just kind of at one with the earth. So,
and they're very pro-Mother Earth.
Yeah, you can see that happening for sure. Let's move on to our next contestant, Marcia. Marcia, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, Marcia.
All right, Marcia, we got this question for you. You know the deal. If you know it, just answer, and boom, off you go. $20 gift card coming your way. If not, some of the guys from the show can help you out. Here's your question.
No.
Santa.
Based on recent tax forms, people in this U.S. state are the most charitable. Based on recent tax forms, people in this U.S. state are the most charitable. A, Georgia. B, Wisconsin. C, California. D, Utah.
California?
California is not the answer. And I've got to tell you, man, this is definitely a logic question. If you think this one out, you can get the answer pretty quickly.
Glenn has got Santa has kind of done that for all the previous ones, so
He has.
I would say Santa. Go Santa.
Santa.
Marcia, who do you want to have help you out?
Okay. I'm going to go with Santa.
You don't have to. I mean, you can choose somebody else and hate Christmas.
No, I don't think so. I think I'll stick with Santa.
Santa, what do you think here? Based on recent tax forms, people in the U.S., people in this state in the U.S. are the most charitable. A, Georgia. B, Wisconsin. C, Utah. D, Utah. Whatever.
Well, Marcia, I want you to have that $20 gift card, so it's pretty easy. Utah, Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Home of the Mormons.
Yeah.
More Mormons than anywhere else, and they are big givers.
100%.
Yeah, they
Actually,
are.
it's not even close, really. Utah by far gives the most, and and it's based on that Mormonism because it's part of their tenet.
Tenet.
They do it, man,
Yay,
for sure.
Marcia.
So, Marcia, you are a winner.
Ooh,
Congratulations.
and
there.
Santa again. He hasn't lost a single one.
And it looks like we have room just for these last two. We'll do those for sure. Javier, how you doing, Javier?
Hello, how you guys doing?
Doing. Santa, Javier is a emphatic. How are you?
Good.
Very good.
Merry
Feliz
Christmas,
Navidad.
Javier.
All right, Javier, this is an easy one as well. I'm almost handing you the card. Let's see if that's the case. In 2010, this creator and businessman sold his business for $4 billion and will donate it all to education charities. Is it A, George Lucas, B, Steven Spielberg, C, Jay-Z, or D, Jeffrey Katzenberg?
Gonna go with JC.
Jay-Z is not the answer.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to choose Santa Clausman or one of the guys here from the show?
Santa.
Santa!
Santa.
Or as Javier says it,
Santa Javier emphatically wants you to choose for him. What do you think? George Lucas, Spielberg, or Katzenberg? Which one of those guys sold their business for $4 billion and is going to give it all away?
This should be a good Ross or Jack question.
It really would.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you.
And by the way, I'll give you a little hint. This deal has a Central Florida kind of connection.
Yeah, I like who I was leaning towards. I'm just saying George Lucas.
That's what I was going to go
Yeah,
with.
you're George Lucas.
I was going to go with George Lucas.
Santa, what say you?
Yeah, I think he's right. I think it's George Lucas.
It is George Lucas.
Yay!
Sold the Star Wars franchise to Disney for $4.05 billion and is giving all but the 05.
Wow,
to
that
charitable
is awesome.
organizations.
That's what his kids
Javier.
get.
Javier, you're
That's
a
what
winner.
his kids get.
And
hey, find your own way.
And lastly, but not lastly, is Rebecca. Rebecca, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, now Rebecca, I have 2 questions left on my sheet here. I will give you the choice between question A and question B.
Okay.
Which one is it? Which one of the questions? I have 2 questions left. Pick A or B. Huh?
Give her B.
A.
All right, very good.
A
All right.
it is.
All right, Glenn, here's your question. Last one of the season last one for this week. We'll do this again next week.
Woohoo!
In the U.S., what percentage of charitable donations goes to religious organizations? All right. In the U.S., what percentage of charitable donations goes to religious organizations? Is it A, 25%, B, 32%, C, 43%, or D, a whopping 56%? Which one of those is the answer, Rebecca?
D.
Did you say B as in
D.
boy?
D is in David.
No, that is
D, the
that
fourth
is
one.
incorrect. 56% is not the answer. Who would you like to choose to help you out?
Santa.
Santa.
Oh,
Yay! I like this
Rebecca,
game.
geez.
All right, Santa.
Oh, my goodness.
This is for a Hall of Fame performance today, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean a Hall of Fame performance. In the U.S., what percentage of charitable donations goes to religious organizations? A, 25%, B, 32%, or C, 43%?
I'm kind of leaning to 32.
32.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
What are you saying there?
32.
They say 32.
I'm thinking 32.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. I mean, I got. It's either 25 or 32 because there's
Yeah.
so many good. There's
Right,
so
yeah.
many good charities other than religious. There's
Yep.
so many others. Although religious helps out so many of the others too. I think 32% sounds like a good number.
Do you agree with that, Rebecca? Do you think 32% is a good answer?
Oh, he's never.
I
Is that your
agree.
final answer,
I
Rebecca?
agree. Yes.
You got it right for her.
Oh, I thought that. That might be the first wrong one.
1,000%. Rebecca, you're a winner. That gift card's coming your way in no time. Thanks for calling. We appreciate that. Last question I had, by the way, let's just see if you guys can get this before we go to break. The average age of a donor in the U.S. is A, 44, B, 75, C, 52, or D, 62. The average age of a donor in the U.S.
I was gonna say 44.
I was hoping it was 44. I was hoping it was younger.
What do you think, Lynn?
I think it's older. I think it's probably not the highest one, but the next to highest one you said.
Man, you are absolutely.
Did you get that right, too?
You're absolutely on flame today, man.
He's in fuego. Did you get it right?
62 is the answer.
Wow.
Yeah, 60
that would have been my third guess.
The average donor in the U.S. is 62 years old, which really kind of makes a little sense. You know, you're a little bit more established financially. You feel like you can maybe do that without any repercussions to your lifestyle. So,
Come on, younger people.
Hey, Glenn, great job today, buddy.
Thanks. Always happy to give away published gift cards, especially this time of year, Christmas time.
Ross has all the information. We'll get it over to you so you can make sure these people are taken care of.
Yep.
And, of course, we're going to do this again
next week.
Thursday. We'll do it again and make sure that people have another chance to win some cool stuff before Christmas. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, buddy.
Thank you, Santa.
You too. Happy to help everybody out. Anybody needs me, What's the tagline, Jim?
That's right. Car crash, call Clausman.
407-917-1718.
Motorcycle, trucking, whatever. I try to help.
That's
I'll
right.
be away for Christmas Eve, though, because I got a lot of work to do that night.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do it.
See what he did there?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I
We'll see you
fell
soon.
for it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
The radio station that other radio stations listen to. You're welcome. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Well, officials are still working to clear an accident that's blocking the right lane from the entrance ramp from eastbound travel on the 408 to 417. Heads up here. Westbound travel on I-4 still solid between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's slow too between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. Eastbound slow too between Princeton Street and Lee Road. The beach line's still up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Man, everybody knows that Tools Ace Hardware is the leader in Central Florida for your outdoor cooking. The Big Green Egg lives there, and it lives there quite well. All sizes in stock, ready to go, plus a great selection of stands and tables to fit any lifestyle. It'll be the perfect complement to any backyard patio and will be the centerpiece of your outdoor entertainment. Free assembly and delivery on all Big Green Egg grills in their delivery area. You can also get your Jim Colbert Show rubs and spices there as well. Shop in-store at any of the 11 locations throughout Central Florida, Winter Garden, Claremont, Groveland. They're everywhere. Find yours now at acehardware.com.
After this year, let's spread some holiday cheer.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Orlando's Christmas station is Magic 107.7.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port-in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2 plus more lines over 3 existing lines.
Reward yourself or someone you love this Christmas with a stunning Rolex timepiece from International Diamond Center. IDC has the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches in our history. It may very well be the largest selection in the entire country. Over 800 pre-owned Rolexes. Yes, 800. Our buyers have scoured the country and handpicked this unprecedented collection of flawless pre-owned Rolex watches. All the most popular and hard-to-find models. Submariners, Batman, Sea Dwellers, Pepsis, Datejusts, men's and ladies' timepieces in pristine condition. All IDC's pre-owned Rolex watches are priced to sell this Christmas. Easily competing with any store or online retailer. If you've dreamed of owning the premium name in timepieces, or if you're looking for the ultimate gift for someone special, you must see IDC's luxury pre-owned Rolex collection today. We have the watches no one else has. Visit our showroom or shop online anytime at shopadc.com. Merry Christmas from International Diamond Center. 4 convenient Orlando locations.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat,
What can we make fresh for you today?
the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
The way we make our frozen custard shakes at Culver's isn't all that different from how you might at home. Whip up a batch of fresh frozen custard, like we do daily in our restaurants. You'll need farm fresh dairy and a precise temperature-controlled custard machine. Don't worry, I know a guy. Scoop the slow-churned custard into a cup, add milk and whatever flavor you're craving. Real strawberry, mint, peanut butter. Commence sipping.
Better yet, come to Culver's and leave the whole expertly handcrafted shake thing to us. Welcome to Delicious.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $9. Grab gifts for everyone on your list with up to 60% off store-wide. Hurry to Old Navy or OldNavy.com today. Valid 12/8 through 12/17. Select styles only.
Attention holiday shoppers. When you want to give the gift of Wawa, a digital gift card is an easy way to send it near or far. Just visit Wawa.com. Pick one of our festive card designs. Enter your card amount and write a message. Your Wawa gift card will show up in their inbox instantly. It's like magic. Purchase a digital gift card today and give the gift of Wawa to someone you love. Happy gifting and happy holidays.
Deck the cups with Tuesday coffee. Wah wah la 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 la. Get the app and get free coffee. Wah wah la 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 la.
This holiday season, Wawa Rewards members get any size coffee free on Tuesdays, including Wawa's warm and inviting Holiday Blend Hot Coffee or handcrafted Peppermint Mocha Iced Coffee. Get the Wawa app, sign up for rewards, and get free coffee Tuesdays. Happy holidays start at
Wah wah la 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 wah wah.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game in a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. The great Eddie Money.
Sloppy kisser.
Such a fun human being. Such a fun guy. He tried to make out with you? Did he really?
He's one time.
Did he try to lay one on you?
Try.
He did.
He was successful.
He did every time we had him over for a show. He'd give me a
really?
big, wet, sloppy kiss. But one time, as he's walking up to the stage, this was when he's in his Amish beer mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's walking up the stage. He's like, hey, get with a roadie so we can see each other later.
Yeah.
It's like, you betcha, Eddie. Dipping. Peace out.
He's not going to be awake.
Don't feel special. I had to introduce him at an Orlando Harley event, and he said the same thing to me.
I bet. There's 3 sheets to the wind. And you're a good looking.
I slept with him.
I'm the product of that, so everybody got lucky.
But he's a great guy.
Eddie Money was an absolute blast. There's a guy who was a cop turned into a rock star, and what he really wanted to be is a vaudeville comedian.
Really?
Yeah, he wanted to be who was the Richard? Who's that neurotic? The really neurotic
Lewis.
Richard Lewis. He had that very kind of neurosis, self-deprecating kind of Catskills kind of New York comedian kind of thing. You would have absolutely loved Eddie Money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Richard Lewis, because I do love Richard Lewis. I mean, he's a prominent character on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and every scene He kills me.
We've met him as well. Back in the day, he came into the Monster Studio to promote a stand-up special he was doing. And again, a really super sweet guy. A lot of these, and exactly like he is on the air. I mean, the minute the mics went dead, he was still the neurotic guy wondering why is the coffee, do the whole thing. And then, man, he was just a stone-cold monster. But Eddie Money would come into that studio and just absolutely lay waste to people in there and it was just because he was trying to be funny,
right?
And he really wasn't built to be funny, but he was genuinely funny, and a real rock star and a really sweet dude. That guy fought it his entire life, though.
Oh, he did.
He fought it his entire life.
He did.
He loved the bottle and he loved the lines. And he used to make jokes about losing all his money in divorces, and he'd still be happy. Just a great dude, man.
And a great show. He always put on a really good show.
One of the best backing bands of all time is Eddie Money's band. That guy that plays guitar for him has played with him for eons, and the guy is a monster. It's effortless. Wow, man, what a lost talent. He died at like 71. He had cancer or something, right? He made it to 70, didn't he?
I think so. I thought you just said he died in 71. No.
I think he died at 71, but I believe he made it up there pretty good. He'd fought with his health quite a while. Because of his addiction issues through the years. It took its toll, and he toured quite a bit as well. So 407-916-1041. Deb, you plan on going to New Zealand anytime soon?
Oh, I would love to. I've been told that if you're a nature lover, New Zealand is, if you're not into nightlife, but you're into nature, New Zealand is the place to go.
But there's a problem.
What?
Well, there's a problem for you. New Zealand is about to ban smoking forever. Like anywhere in the country, they're about to ban this. They're actually making what they call a generational ban of smoking or all tobacco products.
Yeah, about time.
You'll never be able to legally buy tobacco in the country, the entire country.
Wow.
The new legislation, the legal age of 18 for buying tobacco will be raised progressively until it's basically done. We want to make sure that young people never start smoking. We can make it an offense to sell or supply smoked tobacco products to new cohorts of youth. As they say it, people age 14 when the law comes into effect will never be able to legally purchase tobacco in New Zealand. According to government data, about 13.4% of New Zealand's adult population are classified as smokers. That's down from 18.2%. Do you think that the really restrictive rules and price increases have... cigarette smoking has decreased dramatically over the last, 15 years?
And that's the biggest reason why. In fact, the American Lung Association, year after year, around the time of the Great American Smokeout, continues to try and apply more pressure to the state of Florida because we have some of the lowest cigarette taxes in the country. You don't pay a pack here what you would pay in New York or
like
California.
$15 in those states or something, right? Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 here or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, Ross, you stopped smoking. It's weird because with the smoking thing, here's what I found out about people who have a hard time quitting, right? If you have someone around you that you consider a very good friend that quits smoking, if you guys have smoked together and quits, you have a better chance of stopping if you have a friend or family member that you respect stop.
Yeah.
And the reason I know that, I've read it, but the reason I know that is when my wife stopped smoking cigarettes, I think about 4 or 5 of our close friends all stopped within a year. They all I'm not saying they looked at her for it, but she had a difficult time. It took her 4 or 5 times to stop. And I mean, a couple of those times are pretty hairy. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I mean, Ross, I know you went from cigarettes to the Juul, so although you did stop smoking tobacco per se, you still take in nicotine.
Yeah.
But when my wife stopped smoking, that last time where she finally looked at it and said, I can't stand the taste of it anymore, she had actually vilified it to her. I watched her have 2 basically small nervous breakdowns. And I've never in my life, I've not seen serious addiction up close. I've never seen anybody withdraw up close to something that would be severe enough where you could actually physically look at them and see that they're ill from this. But that happened to my wife. I mean, she wasn't even that heavy of a smoker, but it was such a part of her daily routine that she was not only withdrawing from the nicotine, but she was out of her routine after dinner, going outside,
being on the phone,
hopping on her phone, grabbing a smoke,
being on the road.
Wake up in the morning, get your cup of coffee, go outside, get on your phone, grab a smoke. Friends come over that smoke, go outside, talk, grab a smoke. When you change the idea of smoking, your entire social set can change because the people around you, maybe you've cultivated them because they also smoke, because not many people do it anymore, man.
No, not many at all.
I mean, I was out this past week and I got lunch at a place. I sat on a patio. And it was out in a rural area. I mean, there's going to be some smokers out there, but I mean, I think everybody on the patio was smoking a cigarette. And I remember thinking to myself, I can't remember being in a place where I didn't smell one cigarette the entire time we were in Austin or Denver. The entire time. Not one cigarette, didn't see one person smoking.
Now you smelled a lot of blueberry croissants.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And a lot of patchouli. Not many of your friends smoke, right? I mean, not many young people actually smoke cigarettes. That used to be a big comedy thing, right? I mean, you go outside the back door of the club and chug smokes until you're set.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't too many young people. What I find insane is that there's some Gold Star vapors in my life.
Oh, yeah.
They never smoked a cigarette, and they just went straight to vaping.
They vaped.
And that has always been like, what?
Now, do they vape with nicotine or just like flavors?
No, vape with nicotine.
Wow, really?
They're addicted to nicotine through vaping. How about this? This is one of my favorite stories.
That's I've never heard of anybody. I mean, I've not heard of anybody just starting the nicotine thing.
Yeah, my roommate.
With the vape. Wow, really?
My roommate is a Gold Star vapor. I always thought this was funny. I had this friend of mine who would always give me hell day in, day out about cigarettes. And I recently hung out with him and he's addicted to nicotine. But guess how? Through
vape.
Smoking weed.
No, weed doesn't have nicotine in it, does it?
It doesn't. But the leaves that he used to roll up said weed had nicotine on it.
Yeah, it's those
nicotine in it.
What's it, backwoods or whatever?
Yeah, backwoods or just like grab-a-leaves. That was his go-to. And then that was also before it was advertised that there was nicotine in the leaf itself.
I'll be damned. Jack, you know what the grab-a-leaf thing is?
No idea. You get Easy Wider, you get 1 1/4, and you're good to go.
Okay, Jack, it's different now.
Oh.
They have blunt rollers now that you can buy that you roll your own cigars with.
Yeah.
Those are all tobacco products built to stuff weed.
Was that just to mask it? Is that why you'd bury it in tobacco?
No, that would be smoking it English style. I had an art professor who would have his pipe half tobacco, half marijuana. Because whenever he'd come riding his bike to class, we were like, what the hell is that funky smell? Until one night we were like, that's where it was just a way to have a bigger blunt than to have a joint. Because the rolling papers for joints are so small.
Yeah,
but you get a backwoods, you can pack like a good...
if you don't have skill.
Jack,
do you know someone with skill?
No, he does. You do two of them at one time. You use the glue to glue two of them together at once. You overlap them like a pipe, and then you make a big old Marley. That's what I heard. A friend of mine told me that once.
It's unrolling them that's the difficult part.
I had a phase of definitely putting tobacco with cannabis.
Did you really? Don't say cannabis.
Cannabis.
Say it like all the adults say it. Say weed.
Ganja.
All right, stay right there. 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is the news junkie.
How do you compete with a 12-year-old that's got a 5.45 GPA in school?
Punch him in the face.
I was going to suggest punting.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
An earlier crash has been cleared eastbound on the 408 at the entrance ramp to 417, and we're back up to speed here, but we have problems on 417 now northbound between I Drive and Jongyang Parkway. Watch for a crash here, causing big delays taking up the right lane. Westbound travel on I-4, a solid ride still between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. If you're traveling eastbound, delays between Princeton Street and Lee Road. See traffic problems, call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect helps your business grow. Now get 20% off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore more at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Offer ends 1/1/22. Visit staples.com/services/printing for details. Staples Connect.
Should smoking be banned for future generations? It's our question of the day on Twitter. You can go vote in our poll. We'll talk about it later. It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. It's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. They're not the banks. they're better than the banks. That's Brad Siebert and his team at We Are Not the Banks. Direct mortgage lenders, mortgages made easy, getting you into the home of your dreams or refinancing the home you're currently living in at today's low rates. They handle all types of loans and all types of buyers as well, whether you're first-time, self-employed, investor loans, people with good credit, even people with bumps in your credit. Brad and the team at WeAreNotTheBanks.com can work with you. Did my refi with We Are Not the Bank several years ago. Got me in a great place with a low rate, closed very quickly. You can find everything you need to know about them on their website. It's WeAreNotTheBanks.com. NMLS ID number 205696, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
Can you believe the year's almost over? Hey, this is RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Most businesses count on strong fourth quarter sales. We sure do, and I got a big problem, and I need to catch up. Right now, I'm paying over appraised value for any car. Even if it's really old, I want it. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $6,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Save big and get more. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. And all RCO Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my Love It or Exchange It program will keep you happy. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. So even if you've heard no in the past, my dealer next door credit approval process can help you get approved with lower rates and smaller payments. So come into my fourth quarter catch-up sale today. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. New car pricing plus tax tag $8.99 admin fee. Dealer retains all rebates.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
When you're born and brought up in this community, the achievements of one are the achievements of all. Solis Health Plans is now a 4-star rated Medicare Advantage plan, securing a bright future for this health plan from its inception. Thank you for the trust and for the support of choosing a local plan, made and managed by your neighbors. Thanks to you, Solis Health Plans is the only local first-year rated plan to earn 4 stars. Know that with Solis, we keep going. At Solis, we strive for more. Call now, 1-833-33-SOLIS, 1-833-33-SOLIS, and join a health plan that is deeply grateful. Solis Health Plans, your local new 4-star plan. 1-833-33-SOLIS, 1-833-33-SOLIS.
To find the next great podcast, iHeartRadio and Tongle sifted through thousands of entries, from the true story of the musical Chicago to the fascinating life of author Alexander Dumas.
Dumas is a guy who invented travel writing, he fought in revolutions, he built and lost a palace. I mean, he cooked an elephant.
Listen to the next great podcast finalists on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Then visit nextgreatpodcast.com to vote for your favorite to help us find the winner.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
No, dude, no. Nope. It ain't gonna happen like that.
Oh, I don't know.
No. I have a legitimate reason for doing that.
Oh.
I'll explain what's happening here in 1 second. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
And Ross is here, too.
That's true.
Wow.
Oh, little P.A. McGee over here to my right. Jack Bradshaw's also here.
Good evening.
Is he?
What'd I do?
Hadn't noticed.
I just asked you how your room was.
No. You're being the biggest passive-aggressive jackass in the entire building times
Time out.
5.
Who? What? You even inquired. You looked in there. You said, "What? Why is Ross laughing?"
I said, no. Why does Ross have his head down? Ross had his head down on the desk like he'd done something wrong.
So what does that have to do with me?
Yeah, but I asked why, and then Ross lifted his head up. You two looked at each other and started laughing, and I'm like, "What are you tools laughing about?" And then you dropped this bomb on me.
So I simply asked you, you guys sit in the room and the climate control has kind of been off and it's been very cold. You guys have talked about this on the air. Yeah. And finally they made an adjustment. Wow. Who knew we had the ability to adjust this?
I mean, I have to bring a sweater to wear and one to cover my legs with. That's how cold it is.
After several months, someone actually turned the thermostat down. No kidding. And you just mentioned it was good.
It's blissful in here.
Yeah, our big boss Barb got involved. The big engineering. So there was an email sent. Hey, we made this adjustment, and I simply said, "Oh, it's good now." I go, maybe you should respond to the email and let them know everything is good, right? And then you replied. Do you want to say what you said?
I've got no problem saying what I said.
Okay, then why don't you say what you said?
Okay, so
you should have just sent me the damn email. I sent
this happened yesterday, and at what used to be our chief engineer, a guy named Mike, and I absolutely adore Mike, and he's been with this company for 35 years or whatever the hell.
He's terrifying, though, because you hear his keychain, his keys on his ring before you hear anything else. It's like a horror movie.
And you make sure your drinks have lids.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love him.
What drinks?
He has an interesting relationship with some people in the building, but I absolutely adore the guy because there's no BS involved. You get the answer you want or you don't. It's that simple.
Yeah,
right?
He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He doesn't have time.
There's an entire part of our building dedicated to engineering, right? An entire room of our building has just engineers in it. Broadcast engineers, other IT engineers, blah, 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 blah. Just people who fix stuff around here for us when we get broke down so we can keep broadcasting and do our thing, right?
Right.
So yesterday, when Mike made this adjustment to the AC system that caused it to not be 61 in here, and at the end of the day, I even said to him, I said, man, you did a great job. And he said, well, all I did was go into this one area of a thermostat and adjust that thermostat, and that's fine. Well, this morning when I walked into the room, and it was absolutely perfect. It's glorious in here.
Right.
A great work environment. We're all very comfortable. So I walked over to the engineering area, and Lube, one of our other engineers, I said, hey, Lube, if you see Mike or whatever, or you talk to him, make sure you mention how happy we are and thank you very much. I said, you can send an email on our behalf and let him know that we're very, very happy and thank him very much.
So basically what you did, you gave Lube another job to do.
Jack comes in and says, oh, so you tasked another person to send an email for you. And I said, You
did.
But
you did.
Exactly it. You make it sound so bad. What I was trying to do is
give someone else some work to do.
It has nothing to do with that.
Jack, just send me the email, man.
It's in his email. Jimmy has the email. All he has to do is hit reply.
Forward it to
even
me.
better, reply all.
No.
That would be. That's the button next to reply, Jim. You should try it.
So I forwarded it to Lube.
Dust it off.
So he could respond for me.
Oh.
No. And my thing was, coming from one of the other engineers, like, hey, Jimmy dropped in to say you did a great job and it's very happy. Thank you so much. I thought it would have more value coming from one of those guys than from me.
Oh my God.
Are you really going out on? Are you gonna hang out on that limb? Are you?
You believe that?
No, he doesn't. He's just trying to find a way to salvage it. Because he can feel the text coming in at 77031.
And you know what's interesting is Lube was the only engineer not a part of this whole change. Nothing to do with him. So now he's got to, next time I see Mike, I'm supposed to tell him what or email who?
He did have to look up from soldering.
God, Jimmy.
And speaking of reply all, you noticed that you hit reply all on one of our emails?
I don't know. I don't know.
And that's
What
the
email?
problem.
What do you mean
What
that's
email?
a problem?
You hit a reply all over. They were asking for a possible, sponsorship,
Mm-hmm.
and I always roll my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
a lot of people,
That's the
hold on.
number one thing that you don't do.
A lot of people do that. I mean, somebody
Oh,
else.
that makes it right.
Somebody else did it. Nobody knows, because I get bitched at if I don't reply all. I get bitched at by
So
Jack
there
if I
are
don't
times.
reply
Yeah,
all.
there are times. Think about.
I don't know any
what
of
you're
that.
sending. Do you want
Somebody get-
everyone to know that
Listen.
you're interested in this?
Somebody get Lube over here. He can get to the bottom of this.
I have to
He's an
ask this
engineer.
question.
He knows everything. What?
Jim Colbert, what is the difference between reply and reply all?
So when you reply with just if one person sends the email and there's been no one CC'd or else added to it, you're replying directly to that person. If you reply all, you're replying to everybody who is included on the address bars, right?
All right.
I mean, it's
I'm happy.
Look, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to reply. I don't know the protocol of all this stuff. I'm like, yes, I'm interested. I would endorse that company. I know them to be a reputable company. What's wrong with everybody knowing that?
What? That's not what you said. In the email, you went, yes, exclamation point.
Yeah, that's it. That's an answer, isn't it? They asked me, do you want to endorse the product? I say yes. What answer should I put?
Yes, not reply all.
Oh, I see.
Now
I get it.
I'm so happy you're not a superhero.
Why is that?
Because your villain would be an iPhone.
His nemesis.
That's not true. That's not true at all. I'm very good at it.
So someone just texted us at 77031. Hey, Jimmy, please let Sean know that I think he's doing such a great job on the News Junkie. I think it would mean more coming from you, Listeners getting in on it. I love our listeners, by the way.
Is that not true? Like if I told Sean, hey,
I don't know
I think
if
you're doing a great job. I mean, would it mean more coming from me than it would be from one of his listeners?
You tell me, Jimmy. That's your justification.
I'm asking the question.
No, I don't think it would.
Hey, I just got a text from Lube. We could give you a course on emails and air for free.
Seriously?
He's listening.
Of course he's
It would
listening.
change nothing.
It would change nothing. You're
Listen
right.
to that man of no hope over there. Why would it
He's-
change nothing?
He's very sullen these days. I don't know what's happened to him.
So
He's
when
never happy.
when Jim asked Lube to send his email, this is all you heard.
Hello. Lube's got an IQ of about 7,000.
Yeah. He's not wrong.
No, he's
You ask him, and whatever you're talking about, he goes back to the European roots of whatever problem is. Like, whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Thanks for the background.
You better not even mention European politics to this guy. This guy will set things down to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Like he will get comfortable to talk to you about European politics.
Macedonia, is that where he's
Yeah,
from?
Macedonia. Yeah. No, I don't know where that is. It's next to Arkansas.
Oh,
Larry Frank and I were talking about
I'll email you a map.
Donkashane, the Wayne Newton song, and I asked Lube about it. He's like, yeah, and then talking about when it was first performed back before the world over in Germany. It's, oh my God, talking about Wayne Newton, Lube.
I've had one conversation with him, and it was 25 minutes over Serbia.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't do that to
You better not-
yourself.
Don't talk Serbia to him, buddy.
I didn't know.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Guy says, makes sense, Jim. Get up from a computer to go tell a tech to send an email, then walk back to the computer and sit down and answer other emails.
That's no different than our favorite newsroom guy, Larry Spillman, calling our other engineer, Frank, so that he could get his phone number.
No.
So he calls Frank.
I was a witness to this. I was standing right there.
Hey, Frank, what's your phone number?
Frank's phone is ringing. I'm talking to Frank. His phone is ringing, and it says Larry. And he goes, hello, Larry. And Larry asked him, what's your phone number?
Apparently, the jurors have reached a verdict in the Jussie Smollett case. Have you guys heard anything about that?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
No alerts or anything yet.
Yeah, I just saw a texter. That's why I didn't go to air, because we didn't back it up.
But his name is Stateside Pete, though.
And that's why I care. You hear that Larry story?
Yeah.
That's your route, Jim.
No, it's not my route.
That's you in a year.
I'm a year. How can you?
Hello.
I can't regress. I can't unlearn the stuff I already know.
Well,
yeah,
you can't
you
regress.
can.
What do you think dementia is?
No, but I'm not. I don't have dementia.
You sure?
I don't know.
Hello.
Tell him, Elizabeth.
I'm just telling other people to email.
Listen, I didn't tell. I said if you're talking to him. I'm making that up. I didn't say that. The way that you guys frame it makes it sound bad.
Really?
By any chance, do you think that maybe the action itself?
Well, Ross, I guess maybe when you look at it through through tinted and painted and distorted lenses, yeah, I can see where you would think that would be the worst possible thing that a person could do for another person. I don't understand.
It's so funny.
You almost sound insulted.
So now you asked why was Ross laughing in here? That was why.
Now I know. I'm sorry I asked. I'm 100% sorry.
Hello.
I asked. Hello, Lube. How are you doing? If you met him, you'd love him.
Oh, he's the best.
And
But-
if you ever drew, if I gave you a piece of paper and say, draw somebody from Macedonia, without question, you draw Lube. I mean, you draw that guy immediately.
And he would go home like once a year. He'd go to Macedonia, but we had him call the show in the afternoon. So there it was later at night, and he was like into the wine a little bit. Oh, it was hysterical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I called my mother so she can ask my wife to make me a sandwich. It would mean more coming from her. Thank you. Texting service.
All right,
see where your logic
hindsight
sounds like in other situations.
See, hindsight being 20/20, I can see maybe the error in my ways. I'll be the first to admit it. Maybe that wasn't the best thing to do.
So will you forward me the email so I can send a proper thank you to Mike?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have Frank do it.
In the meantime, ask Larry to close down his windows.
He'll just turn off his monitor.
Yeah.
I want to
Reboot.
I want to do something with Larry next week.
Oh, yeah?
I think I want to have a very Larry Christmas next week. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I want to have him on the show like every day next week. I don't know what I'm going to do. What would we do with Larry if we had him in every week next week?
I think answering listener problems.
Oh, yeah, we could do that for sure.
Like, listeners could text in their problems, and he would have to respond and give that fatherly advice.
Like have him be a therapist?
Yeah.
The Larapist?
Yeah. Hello, Larry.
The Larapist is.
He's too scared of you to come in here and do that. Jimmy went after him the other day. Poor Larry froze in the doorway like a deer in headlights. He didn't know what. He pooped a little.
I think I made him almost piss himself a little bit. It was funny.
I think he did. He dropped a little something.
We got to think of something better than the Larapist. That sounds like a mega
I
villain.
think he went to acting school in New York City.
Yeah.
And he loves to sing.
So maybe
have him sing Christmas carols.
We'll have him do some passionate monologues.
Yeah, man.
We'll do Theater Thursday with him next week.
Oh, we have to write a role for him. But I think having him come in and sing a Christmas, listeners will text in and pick a Christmas carol for him to sing.
Christmas carols would be good.
Yeah.
He would love it if you guys asked him to sing. And then we'll do a dating game with him.
That's man, listen.
Come on now.
I want to do that so bad, but here's the problem with the Larry thing. I mean, it's just me being honest.
Poor guy sitting right up there and has no idea.
Again, we have the door shut today because the air's fixed. and as soon as Lube tells Mike, thank you. But he's so much fun, but I don't want to do anything to disrespect him. Because I do respect Larry greatly. He's got a great long career here. He's the sweetest guy you ever met in your entire life.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything to make fun of him or punk him or anything like that. If we do a dating game, we can have fun because Larry's got a great sense of humor.
No, but it has to be serious.
He's not
respectful. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
What kind of woman do you see Larry with? Was he 70? 65? 68?
65.
65.
It's not who I see him with; it's who he sees himself with.
I know, but that
could be a problem.
That's the problem because who he sees him with, and that's.
Okay. What kind of woman do you think Larry's into, Ross? I mean, what do you think? It's
one that won't mind going on a date on his bike.
Yeah,
with a coupon.
Like movies, you think Larry's into
black
movies?
and white? He just realized they've started talking.
Right.
in the
What
movies.
kind of music? Is he still listening to the standards from the 40s?
Well, I asked him to tell me. We were when I was working with him in the newsroom. There was a story about Sting, and they had mentioned about how he was the lead singer of the Police, and he was shocked.
Oh, he didn't know. Okay, he didn't know.
Sting was in a band?
Yeah.
That's.
Well, I mean, somebody who's probably very not homely per se, but very kind
Not homely, attractive, but conservative.
Traditional.
Traditional, conservative, a churchgoer.
He's a handsome man.
He is, and he's
Great
very
hair.
conservative.
Very polite.
He goes to church every Sunday.
He's a good man.
He's a very good man.
A man of character.
Yep.
He's in great shape.
He is in incredible shape.
Get me Party Mom.
I envy. She would kill him.
Yeah, she would. She'd break him in half.
She would absolutely destroy his life.
Snap him in half.
She would,
literally.
Hello. She would look at him like a grilled cheese. She would be like, "No, yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
I'm going to consume all of that." Larry wouldn't even know what hit him, like a runaway sand truck.
He would look like he did earlier this week when you chased him out of the room.
Just the bottom of a hill and him standing there with giant eyes.
Exactly.
Wondering what's going to happen, but he knows. He knows. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. All right, load them up. Let's do trivia next.
I'm going to go tell Larry.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Nomi Health.
Tom Brady, who's 44 years old, is in line to win his 4th NFL MVP. Currently, he's leading the league in touchdown passes, passing yards per game, and the Bucs have the league's highest scoring offense to boot. Of all things Brady has accomplished, though, in his career, breaking his own record to become the oldest player to win regular season MVP again would be impressive. I'm Chris Collinsworth.
Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Look, man, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you certainly understand the difficulty of some of life's simple daily activities. And if you're tired of your glasses fogging up, or maybe your contact lenses irritating your eyes, laser vision correction could be the solution for you. And even better, you can use your Flex and Health Savings Account funds to pay for that vision correction procedure. Get clear vision and regain freedom in your daily life with the help of our friends over at the Filatowski Eye Institute. They help my son and my father-in-law get a better life, and they can do the same thing for you. These guys are the leaders in vision correction in Central Florida, and it's so easy to be a part of this world. Schedule that consultation today. All you have to do is text 1041 to the number 868686. Just simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Rising natural gas prices and colder weather are leading to higher energy bills for many this winter. Duke Energy can help you prepare now. Visit our website for no or low-cost energy saving tips to help lower your bill. You'll also find other helpful resources, such as information about installment plans and financial assistance for qualified customers. For more, visit duke-energy.com/winterbill. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and unfortunately, COVID cases and new variants are on the rise yet again. So if you're experiencing symptoms, if you've recently traveled, or you're planning on traveling for the holidays, get a no-cost patient COVID test at covidclinic.org. They have locations throughout the state with rapid result testing also available. Just visit covidclinic.org and find a location near you. It is super easy. It is fast. That's covidclinic.org.
IDC's kicking off the Christmas season with a spectacular and unprecedented crazy offer. Now through December 12th, you get IDC's already unbeatable price plus an extra 10% savings. And to make it even more affordable, you get 5 years, 0 interest financing. It's our most aggressive holiday offer ever. 10% instant savings and 60 months financing with 0 down and 0 interest. How about a $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings? Take 10% off the top, then pay just $60 $10 a month. A $6,000 designer bracelet with matching earrings minus 10% instant savings. Then pay just $90 a month. Everything's included. Eternity band, fashion rings, colored gemstone jewelry, all new designer jewelry from LA and New York, stackable rings, Cuban link necklaces. Find the perfect gift for the perfect pay plan. 5 years, 0 interest financing. You can even finance the sales tax. And as an added surprise, for the first 12 days of December, go to shopidc.com for some secret buys and special offers on some great holiday gifts. Merry Christmas from International Diamond Center. For convenient Orlando locations. Credit details at shopidc.com.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat,
What can we make fresh for you today?
the delight of not having to cook, and instead, letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
The way we make our frozen custard shakes at Culver's isn't all that different from how you might at home. Whip up a batch of fresh frozen custard, like we do daily in our restaurants. You'll need farm fresh dairy and a precise temperature-controlled custard machine. Don't worry, I know a guy. Scoop the slow-churned custard into a cup, add milk and whatever flavor you're craving. Real strawberry, mint, peanut butter. Commence sipping.
Better yet, come to Culver's and leave the whole expertly handcrafted shake thing to us. Welcome to Delicious.
We've lost so many people to COVID. So many moms and dads, favorite uncles, older sisters, and best friends. But vaccines can help prevent serious illness and death from COVID in more than 9 out of 10 cases. So, now almost all COVID deaths are preventable, and so are the broken hearts they leave behind. We can do this. Find COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
and Doug. And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb. All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs. Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This year has been scary. My mom and dad didn't always have a lot of money to buy food. Some nights we went to bed hungry. But thanks to some really good people, this holiday will be extra special because we can have a big meal as a family. Give the gift of hope. For every $1 donated to Second Harvest Food Bank, you can provide 4 meals for a family like mine. Help today at feedhopenow.org. Second Harvest Food Bank. Fighting hunger. Feeding hope.
This Checkers garlic and butter bacon Buford is for Vince. He's been brushing paint on houses all day.
That's the last coat.
A little help here? So, we brushed some mouth-watering garlic sauce on 2 100% hand-seasoned beef patties with crispy bacon strips, Swiss cheese, grilled onions, and whipped butter just for him. Come down and get this Buford, Vince. You've earned it. The garlic and butter bacon Buford, only at Checkers.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware, toolsacehardware.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041, text us 77031. I am Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Real quick, before we get to the sauce jar, we did put up a really interesting, funny little video today of my addiction to peanut M&Ms. If you want to check that out, JimColbertLive.com. It's how they find me in the building.
Yeah. It's also how people call their cats.
Right, exactly. You can see it. It's JimColbertLive.com. It's pretty funny. Check it out.
Shake that bag of treats.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's find out what's in the old sauce jar.
All aboard! This beautiful train has a wonderful, sexy pair of tickets to go see George Lopez on the Oh My God High Comedy Tour. That's going down this Saturday, December 11th, at one of the best Orlando venues that there is. That, of course, is Hard Rock Live, and that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Hey, go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company, and have no fear. Their fully trained expert crews are adept in packing, handling your furniture, safe driving, and more. Better yet, mention the Jim Colbert Show. You'll get a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. I can't shake 'em at you, Jimmy, but back to you.
Thanks, Deb. I appreciate
I
that.
meant the M&Ms. The
Ross,
M&Ms.
Ross goes first today, buddy.
Oh, that was not right.
You talking about them stockings? Let's welcome Mark on line 4.
Mark!
Still snowballs.
Mark, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. Want to play a little game with us?
I sure do.
Let's do it.
Game show.
See, it says gay show.
Yeah, right. All right, Mark, here's a very easy game for you. We have a question, 4 answers. One of the answers is a lie. If you can find that lie, I will send you to the sauce jar. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1953, actor, writer, director, known as one of Hollywood's odd characters, twice nominated for an Oscar,
That Woody guy who like slept with his daughter or
plays
something.
period pieces
Ew.
occasionally.
Oh.
Also plays villains quite well.
William Dafoe.
He's
Willem.
had his name in the title of a movie that he starred in.
John
Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich is the answer.
Right?
He-
That's
we
where you're
had
going,
love
right?
John
Yeah,
Malkovich.
okay.
All right. He was born on this
I
day
like that movie, by
in
the way.
1953. Here are 3 fun facts about John and one lie just being itself. Number 1, in his free time, he loves knitting and embroidery.
Makes sense.
Number 2, he owns a nightclub in Portugal. Number 3, he's a zombie leader in the video game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And lastly, he was a champion backgammon player at his alma mater, Illinois State University. Which of those is a lie?
Well, just before I say it, I want to say go Red Sox, and I'll say B.
B is not the answer. He does own a nightclub in Portugal.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Co-owner.
I'm so sorry that you didn't win.
Go ahead, find that drop, Jack.
Yeah, I had to get it, Deb.
Okay.
Yeah, because Deb wants to say something to you, sir.
You're a loser. No.
Thank you, Deb. Nailed it.
Who's next, buddy?
Let's welcome Curtis.
Curtis right there. Hey, Curtis, how you doing?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
All right, good. We're talking about John Malkovich. Today is his birthday. You find out which one of these is a lie or not. Number 1, in his free time, he loves knitting and embroidery. Number 2, he's a zombie leader in the video game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Or lastly, he's a champion backgammon player at his alma mater, Illinois State University.
The last one.
And the last one is the answer, buddy. You are a winner. Off you go to the sauce jar. Enjoy your prize for sure. You guys like the John Malkovich?
Yeah.
Oh, I love John Malkovich.
I got to tell you, man, it's funny because you look at his and there's a reason, and I'll tell you what that is in a second. But when you look at his IMDb, my man is working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did we see do this, by the way? A guy who had an unbelievable career, still does. I mean, his portfolio is amazing. And then he did any movie that was thrown at him.
Oh, Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. Why did he do that?
Because he needed the money.
He did. Why?
Tax evasion or tax problems, tax bills.
And so does John Malkovich. But,
Really?
But why do you think he needs the money?
Child support.
No.
Gambling.
No.
Divorces?
Sex addiction.
He lost a ton of money with Bernie Madoff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if you'll remember, Kevin...
so does Steven Spielberg.
Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick.
Yeah,
His wife, Sedgwick.
Spielberg and a lot of guys. He was one of those guys.
Yeah.
It never was disclosed how much, but a lot of people close to him say it was enough to have to rebuild from.
Oh, God. That guy's got to be roasting in hell.
Couple other things that you may not know about John Malkovich, the great odd actor. John was a chubby kid. So at 16 years old, for 4 months, he only ate Jell-O and lost 70 pounds. And he goes on to tell the story. The interviewer says, didn't your mom or dad notice that you were only eating Jell-O? He goes, let's just say that I went unnoticed.
Ouch.
So he had a very bizarre kind of odd childhood.
Whoa.
He's one of Hollywood's rare conservatives.
Really?
John Malkovich is a conservative. Matter of fact, a number of actors next to him said he's way right, which I did not know, actually. He did lose a ton of money with Bernie Madoff. And lastly here, in 2013, he saved an elderly gentleman's life by applying pressure to a neck wound until medics arrived.
Was it with a chip bag and some tape?
It was something he what happened was something happened. The guy fell and hit his neck on something in the street or whatever, like one of those things, and he was bleeding profusely. Just so happened that Malkovich walked up, put pressure on the guy's neck until the medics got there, and he would have bled out. They told him he would have lost his life if John wouldn't have intervened.
Wow.
What do you think his celebrity net worth is?
Hold on. Then lastly here, he hates the sound of his own voice and rarely, if ever, watches or listens to anything he puts on film or tape. I would say he's probably in the...
More than 80 films.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything really, because the deals you make in those films mean everything. I don't think it's that high. I think it's probably 28 million.
Ross, go ahead.
I'm going to go with 100 million.
Yes, Jack?
Oh.
Ross?
One of them is very close.
Deb?
I'm going to go with 99 million.
Wrong one.
Damn it!
25 million. Jim was off by 3 million. I thought one of you was gonna slice him off.
No, because you only made that sound at 100 million.
Yeah.
He did. He was part of a couple of blockbusters, but the problem is the blockbusters he were part of also had other major stars in
Sure.
it. I mean, you're not going to get that lead role money, even though you are in a movie with Nick Cage or Travolta or any of those gigantic names. And the movies that he's known for aren't like blockbuster movies.
No,
you've seen Rounders, right?
Yeah, of course. I've seen Rounders.
I loved him in Beowulf.
Yeah, I mean, he's
the Robert Zemeckis animated version.
No, Deb.
Dangerous
no.
Liaisons.
He was awesome in that one. Robin Wright Penn.
Ross, what's coming up for
Anthony
thoughts?
Hopkins. Kiss my ass.
Deb's love for Beowulf is so fun.
I love that movie. Sorry. I'm shutting up now.
It's so bizarre. It's
Why?
It's random. It's random.
Deb, chill out, guys.
Well,
Jesus
it's a John
Christ.
Malkovich project.
It's not even. I mean, it's not even close to as weird as the Disney film thing is. Let's face it.
Come on, we're being mean to Deb. Jimmy, email Deb our apology.
On your behalf?
Yes.
Let me text Luby real quick.
Today's Ross thoughts.
I've got a new cauldron. I can't wait to use it.
You guys have you ever run into a childhood activity and you get really excited for it?
Like Squid Game?
No. Kind of. A little bit. I ran into a childhood activity and I was so good at it.
Really?
I was really, really good at it to the point where, I was basically making love with it.
Whoa.
All right? I was real good at it. Real good. All right.
I don't know where to go from here. So
And
you
I
let me know.
and I ran in.
don't either.
I ran into this childhood activity today,
Oh, cool.
and I could not fail faster.
Oh, really? You've lost your edge, have you?
So embarrassing.
All right, we'll do that next.
We've all relied on friends' shoulders in tough times. But since we don't know who you are, per se, this is about as good as it gets. Like and follow @RealRadio1041 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Accident slowing you down north on 417 between I Drive and Jongyang Parkway. The right lane is still blocked here. Trouble 2 heading south on Hiawassee Road between Vernon Street and Colonial Drive. Westbound travel on I-4 still a solid ride between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Delays 2 eastbound between Conroy Road and OBT. The beach line is still up to speed as well as a 408. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by COVIDclinic.org. COVID cases are on the rise. Getting tested is easy at COVID Clinic. With drive-thrus locations near you, get professional and reliable testing from the safety of your car. Results in 60 minutes plus expedited testing for travelers. Go to COVIDclinic.org to book an appointment.
Man, in Florida, it doesn't matter if it's summer. Your AC needs to be ready to go at all times of the year because just like right now, this weekend is supposed to be 86 degrees on Saturday. 86 in the dead center of December. Air. It doesn't matter in Florida. Your AC has to be ready. Mills Air can help you get that ready. That preventive maintenance plan right now is the move. With 29 years of experience in Central Florida, they know what they're doing. Their techs know all the brands inside and out. More than likely, have the parts on the van to fix it while they're there. Plus, Carrier factory authorized dealers means up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the experts over at Mills Air. They're family owned and operated and ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Online, it's millsair.com.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie, the type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
So when is the time to save thousands below retail on thousands of in-stock cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans? Well, right now at Off Lease Only. I know my wife and I just bought a car from Off Lease Only last month. It's a great time to buy. This is your chance to drive away in an incredible deal and save thousands under Kelley Blue Book on the largest selection of used cars, trucks, SUVs, or vans. Other places have low inventory, but not at Off Lease Only. Nearly 4,000 of the nicest, nearly new 2017 through 2021 vehicles on the lot right now. So don't pay more. Choose from the freshest inventory that is arriving daily, plus your trade-in is wanted. So it's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Financing is available for all types of credit, and you can get pre-qualified on their website right now at offleaseonly.com. You can call them at 407-222-CARS or swing by their massive state-of-the-art location and take a test drive. It's just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy.
Navy Federal, this is Michelle. How may I assist you today?
Michelle, we haven't talked since I got the Navy Federal app. With personalized notifications, I always know what's happening in my account. See, my paycheck just deposited.
I'm glad you like.
Sorry, just pay my bills.
When your members are the mission, so is their convenience. Set up notifications, check your balance, and track your spending with our mobile app. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Message and data rates apply.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people, it takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
When life-changing events happen, it helps to have an attorney on your side. At those moments, Kramer Law is here to help take the burden off your shoulders. If you've been injured in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, Kramer Law is here to take care of you every step of the way. We charge you nothing unless we recover money for you. No matter what the legal issue, we're here to go to bat for you. Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
We've lost so many people to COVID. So many moms and dads, favorite uncles, older sisters, and best friends. But vaccines can help prevent serious illness and death from COVID in more than 9 out of 10 cases. So, now almost all COVID deaths are preventable, and so are the broken hearts they leave behind. We can do this. Find COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb. All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs. Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Staying healthy isn't easy, especially during the holidays. Watching your diet, staying active, managing stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Bring proven quality sleep home for the holidays. It's our holiday savings event. Save up to $500 on select Sleep Number 360 smart beds. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Fence Outlet, your home improvement specialists. For a free quote, visit fenceoutlet.com today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 770-31. The verdict has been reached in the Jussie Smollett case. They're expected to announce that here in a minute. As soon as we get done with Ross Thoughts, we'll bring you not only the case, all that we know about it, and of course we'll talk about it next segment for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's get some Ross Thoughts.
It's weird.
It's the first.
It's funny. Sometimes.
Never had this.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
So I go ahead, I wake up, I'm like, I need to have a productive day. I have a fun, good cup of coffee with my brother. I put in some brown sugar syrup that I had a friend steal from Starbucks.
That's nice.
Like an entire, quarter gallon.
Cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think I could sell that on the black market for a good 50. A good Taft. Who's on the 50? I think it's Taft, right?
Is it?
Don't ask me. Jimmy, who's on the 50?
It's not Taft.
I
think it's Grant.
I don't mess with 50s.
Taft, Grant, same person.
Some people carry those?
Not really, no.
People carry $2 bills?
Let's go for the hundos, baby.
I have a $2 bill on me right now.
I have a $2 bill on me right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So I wake up, I
Oh
have
my
a good
gosh.
cup of coffee. My brother leaves, and then he has lunch or something with a friend. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go walk. Go get my walk on.
Mm-hmm.
Decide to go ahead and walk around Lake Underhill.
Okay. That's not that big of a... That's a pretty good little walk. Not too bad.
It's a nice
it's
walk.
A little bit of a walk to get to Lake Underhill from where you are.
Yeah, no, I didn't walk there.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, I drove there.
Okay.
Which is pretty ironic that I drove to walk.
Yeah, that is super ironic that you drove to walk.
But very Florida.
So I go ahead, I get out of my car, I start walking, and I realize that I need to do this almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my God, I think I'm sore from walking. I have not walked several miles in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking, and on Lake Underhill, they have all these little workout stations.
Yeah, I love those.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Little,
they're
different exercises for pull-ups, push-ups.
You can tell by the sign and that has the instructions on each workout station that this thing has been here since '82.
Oh, yeah.
All right? You look at everything on the workout station, and it's definitely been used a lot. So I'm walking. The first thing was push-ups. All right, I got some push-ups.
That's cool, yeah.
Well, there was 2 elevated bars on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I see frequent user. This is what we recommend. And not frequent user.
Yeah, you got it right the first time.
I nailed it.
I'm not frequent loser. That means I win a lot.
You're a loser.
So think about
Hey.
that. Right. So I go ahead, I do some push-ups. I go on, then there's a leg stretch thing. I'm like, all right, cool. There's a hop. You got to hop over these bars.
Ooh.
I'm like, all right, I'll hop. I'm going to look like an idiot
Mm-hmm.
because this entire walk is right next to a very busy road.
Yeah, a really busy road.
Real busy.
It's actually wedged into one highway and one thoroughfare.
So all of my workouts, baby workouts, I'm not trying to break a sweat.
Right. Oh, okay.
There's just tons.
Wait, is that the goal?
That's my goal.
To not break a sweat.
That's the goal.
Interesting exercise goal.
I'm walking, not jogging here.
Okay.
cars are just zooming by and they're seeing me just do like little hops and stuff. I feel kind of embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I know, there it is. Monkey bars.
Oh, I knew it was the monkey bars.
Monkey bars.
I
and
love
I
monkey
walk
bars.
up to monkey bars and I'm like, oh.
Like a boss, like you're just going to just serve them.
I'm so good at monkey bars.
Oh, yeah.
I get on, I hang, I'm like, oh, that's a little heavier than I remembered.
That's right. I was about to say. Yeah. How'd that feel?
These games are a little bit girthier than usual. So I go ahead, I go for the second bar, immediately drop. Oh, I can't monkey bar? Is this what my early 30s feels like?
You couldn't hold yourself up at all?
I mean, I could hang, but the second I went one arm hang, I was like, eject.
So you don't get on that first bar and then get a little momentum going with a swing and then use that momentum to kind of boom, 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 boom right across?
Well, that's another thing too, is that I'm too tall for the monkey bar, so I gotta like be in an air squat position.
Yeah, that's perfect for your workout though, right?
Yeah.
Just walk down there?
Yeah, so I'm air squatting and I'm trying to monkey bar.
That's harder.
And then I remembered how easy this once was.
Just back and forth like crazy.
We did that for fun.
Oh, yeah.
We did monkey bars as if it was a toy. It was literally part of a playground.
And two of my kids could just roll through those things like they were built to do it.
Yep.
I mean, it was amazing how good they were at it.
I was so disappointed that I could not monkey bar.
Man, but you're way heavier than you were back then, man. And you have
a kid.
You've got some big old chunky legs, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
Most of your weight is from the waist down. Not that though.
I know. It always sounds like a D joke. No, I have something wrong. I've got elephantitis in the calves or something.
You do. You carry a lot of weight from the waist down.
It's where I store all my oats. Every time. So I start monkey bar. I do this once, fail. I'm like, maybe didn't get a good grip.
Yeah, that's all it was.
I'm like, all right, well, let me
Now
try
you-
this air squat technique.
Right now, you've acclimated yourself to what you're going to feel when you let go.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know the weight now.
Second time's even worse.
Oh, yeah.
I spent all the energy on the first run.
Did you not even make it from the home bar to the next bar?
I didn't go from 1 to 2.
Oh.
I didn't go from 1 to 2.
How long can you hang? Like if
30 seconds.
If I just said grab that and hang, how long could you do that?
I think I could do a minute.
Do you know that there's a thing now that you go to like festivals and malls and stuff, and they have it set up, and it's a pull-up bar, and you grab it, and if you can hang for 2 minutes, they'll give you $100.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
So I think I could do a minute. However, I'm going to need new pants because everything's going to leave my body.
Sure.
An intestine, small, big.
What led to this newfound want to get in shape? I mean, it's just something. This is a
This
self-motivated
job,
thing?
we don't do anything physical,
Yeah,
so
you're
I'm
right.
like, I've got to get something going.
Right.
I
At
am.
least in your old job, you're on your feet.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
out and
moving
around, right?
The old job, I'm walking multiple miles a day
That's
just
right.
to get to where I work.
Mhm.
So I'm like, let me get my walk on. And then I start thinking about how easy it was when you were a kid, when you weighed like
Yeah.
50, 60 pounds. You were zooming on those things. And I think I've talked about this before, but I think I got... Jim, it's one of those radio moments when you're like, yeah, I'll share that. And then you get to that bridge and you're like, I shouldn't. Because everyone's going to feel like I'm some weirdo. A weirdo.
We already think you are a weirdo.
Well, this is about to get real weird.
Okay.
Because I would do bad things to my monkey bars as a child.
I don't know that I understand.
I don't think I want to.
I mean, it's a monkey bar. What bad could you do to a monkey bar?
So there is, there's two parts of the monkey bar. There's the latter part that you monkey bar,
right? Yeah.
That you monkey out on.
Yes.
And then there's the poles that hold up.
Yeah.
The monkey bar.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I always knew.
Oh no.
That the fourth, there's no way you can guess this because I don't even understand the physics of this still as an adult.
Okay.
I really don't. But on the fourth bar pole, holding up the monkey bar, it was just right into the sun. It was just always baking into the sun.
Oh, so warm pipe.
And it was super hot. It was super hot. And I would molest that thing.
I don't understand still.
He would probably climb on top. Would you just climb on?
I would
rub it?
Yeah. I was like third grade. I mean, this honestly was throughout first through 5th. I think no.
So for 2 years of your life, you
More,
had
longer, way longer.
So for 4 years of your life, you
I think I discovered the 4th pole.
You got
my 2nd grade. I remember Miss Henpen, and she always asked, "What are you doing?" And I would always go, "Don't look at me."
So for 4 years, you had an affair with monkey bars?
Wait.
With the 4th pole, holding up the monkey bar.
So it's the little ladder you climbed to get up to the monkey bars that was sitting in the sun. So how would you molest it?
Because I would then hang on the monkey bar.
Okay, and then wrap your legs around
I would
it.
wrap my legs around it.
And then push your junk up against it.
Yeah.
You look so disgusted, Jimmy. I'd take my jacket back off.
I was always, and
the warmth on your genitals felt great.
It felt so good
as a 2nd grader.
And I didn't know what was up. I was. I'm not making this part up. This is such a brutally honest detail. From 2nd grade to 5th grade, I was the last kid in from recess. I was always the last kid because I wanted to make sure she knew she was loved.
You think it's teachers knew?
I don't know. I don't know. And I would slide slowly down it. I would slide slowly down it, and I would feel this hot steel.
I'm going to show myself out.
You come here often?
Yeah. And it was always on the 4th pole, because that was the hottest one. I've tried other ones. I tried them all, but nothing came close to that 4th one just baking out into the Florida sun.
That cold pole had nothing for you,
Nothing.
Did it? No.
Nothing.
Nope.
And now here I am at 32 years old, and I can't even monkey bar.
What about that other thing?
She's disappointed.
I mean, I'd try it to see if it still is like, what was I thinking?
I mean, you couldn't hang up there long enough to get any satisfaction.
Or maybe you could.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 2nd grade.
That was 2nd through 5th.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like his entire elementary school career there he spent.
And his longest relationship to date.
I think Jack's actually onto something.
Not like you.
Yeah, I did terrible things to that 4th pole.
This is true.
This is 100% true. And you know what's funny? It was a Christian school. It was a private school. First Baptist Academy.
You humped the Jesus bars?
I had a uniform on throughout all of this.
Seems about right.
Burgundy with khakis.
I'll show myself out.
So
you were dressed like a young marching band member?
I was dressed like I was about to knock on a door and sell you a Bible. And here I am.
Humping the...
Stealing first on this pole.
That's more than first, buddy, right?
Show title.
Dry humping's 5th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that 5th base?
I think dry humping is actually like a bunt.
Did anybody ever call you out on that? Did any of your other friends go, I know what you're doing, dude?
No. No one.
Nobody knew.
No.
Oh, yeah, they knew. The teachers would smoke their cigarettes staring out the window going, he's at it again.
Yeah.
Who's going to go get him off the monkey bars
Your
this
little
time?
secret.
And I'll close with this. I'm sorry. Is that I remember this girl named Kristen, going like, Ross, we have to go. And I said, no.
You should have shown Kristen. She may have been very favorable.
Because I wasn't done.
Right. Yeah. Done.
I wasn't done yet.
Done.
Yeah.
What do you mean by done?
There was a moment.
Ross.
Was it just mentally?
Ross, 2nd grade, buddy.
Yeah, I know, guys.
Are you bragging now?
You seem a little proud of this.
I'm not proud of any. I can't monkey bar anymore. This is a loss.
You have but you have barely mentioned actually monkeying barring. All you've talked about is humping this machinery.
You guys didn't get it. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a second. Hopefully we'll have some information on what's going on with the Jussie Smollett case. The jury is in. They do have a verdict. We'll tell you all we know next.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Our heaviest traffic continues on I-4, heading westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing some delays, too, between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound steady between Conroy Road and OBT. Northbound travel on 417, still a very heavy ride from a crash, taking up the right lane between I-Drive and John Young Parkway. The beach line looking good. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Man, if you need a new bathroom, check it out. With Rebath, you're dealing with a national company, standards, policies, and procedures to ensure you get the bathroom of your dreams on time, every time, handled with pro efficiency. That's what they do. All these bathrooms installed 4 to 6 days. No chuck in a truck experience here. They do the entire job, design, products, install. It's all there. By the way, their installer's been with them 8 to 10 years. That's a tell of how good this company is, by the way. Run by one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Dave Denbauer. And you can actually visit the showroom. It's so easy to find. Maybe he'll be there. You can shake his hand and ask him what he thinks about your bathroom project. 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. And basically, here's the deal, man. They have beautiful products, and they design all of these bathrooms custom. The showroom is just to give you an idea of what the products look like in a bathroom setting. And I'll tell you something else. If you have one of those terrible garden tubs that you used once or twice, and now it's like your laundry hamper or your cat's kitty litter box, they will get that out of there, use that space to create a magical shower. You won't even believe it. This is all they do, and they're ready to help you out right now. Like I said, it's super easy to find. 436 in Altamont, across from Kobe. But online, check out the before and afters. That's the actual evidence of what they do. It's right there. And then book your appointment. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
2021 was another explosive year for podcasts.
Podcasting has evolved at a rapid pace.
Now it's time to honor the shows and hosts who kept us going all year long. Make plans to celebrate with us January 13th, 2022 at our iHeartRadio Podcast Awards.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial, auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to a dentist. But instead of filling you in on ways to save on your policies, he'd probably be too busy filling in that loose crown. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, who will use their expertise to polish up your policies, from home and auto to renters, motorcycle, boat, and RV too. So while, yes, your dentist can save your smile, your Geico agent could save you money, which will make you use that smile a whole lot more. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local. If you've got a personal auto insurance question, you could talk to a cab driver, although the policies he recommends might include avoiding the interstate, beating traffic by taking the back roads, and only making left turns when absolutely necessary. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, whose policy is to use their expertise to navigate your insurance, finding the best route to help you save money on insurance for your home, car, and more. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to avoid traffic jams and potholes entirely. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local. T-Mobile.
At T-Mobile, we're bringing it all together for the holidays with great deals for everyone. Like right now, you can get the perfect pairing, the new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us. You can capture your favorite moments with the most advanced iPhone camera ever.
Wow, the whole family looks great. Perfect for our holiday cards.
And you can get a pair of AirPods to gift.
Now I can listen to my favorite songs on repeat without driving my family nuts.
And the perfect pairing is just the start. You can also get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus.
Gather around, people. The morning show isn't going to watch itself.
Hurry into T-Mobile this holiday season because both new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers can get the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And you'll even get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus because together we holiday. Only at T-Mobile.
Phone via 30-monthly bill credits and AirPods Gen 2 after rebate via prepaid card for well-qualified buyers plus tax. 1 per account. Balance on required finance agreements due. If you cancel service, call before canceling to continue remaining credits on phone. Apple TV Plus renews at $4.99 per month after first year unless you cancel. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. My AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat,
What can we make fresh for you today?
the delight of not having to cook, and instead, letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
The way we make our frozen custard shakes at Culver's isn't all that different from how you might at home. Whip up a batch of fresh frozen custard, like we do daily in our restaurants. You'll need farm fresh dairy and a precise temperature-controlled custard machine. Don't worry, I know a guy. Scoop the slow-churned custard into a cup, add milk and whatever flavor you're craving. Real strawberry, mint, peanut butter. Commence sipping.
Better yet, come to Culver's and leave the whole expertly handcrafted shake thing to us. Welcome to Delicious.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch if you're into that kind of thing at The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Jack, do you have CNN ready on the board now?
I do. We are ready to go. I believe the judge wanted to hear from, have discussions with both sides before the verdict was read.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We'll do last call in about 25, 30 minutes or so. Get prepared for that. Justice Smollett verdict has been entered. Jack just said that the judge is asking for some more information as we see the people involved with the case making their way back to the court. I'm sure they're going to follow the jury in here in a second and deliver their decision.
Yeah, I'm on Fox News, where just 18 minutes ago they were posting that a court awaits Smollett and legal counsel amid jury verdict. So they've called everyone back into the courtroom.
What's he looking at time-wise? Do we even know what these charges really turn out to be? What the maximums are, and what are the exact charges? Other than we know that the charge is that he faked a racially motivated attack.
He faces 3 years in prison.
So they're saying they did reveal that he was found guilty on 5 of 6 of the disorderly conduct charges. You want to take CNN?
Yeah, let's turn them, see what they're saying.
Sentences. We saw Jussie Smollett coming into court, as he has done every single day of this trial, surrounded by a large group of his family and supporters. He is now been found guilty by a jury of his peers here in Chicago. Again, 5 of 6 counts he's been found guilty on. And so a judge will have to decide what that punishment will be, because there is a range here, and the judge has great discretion to decide what he should face. The range is up to 3 years in prison and a $25,000 fine. The judge could decide all manner of things. He could decide that he just pays a fine. He could decide he doesn't spend not a day in jail. This will all be up now to the judge, looking at all of the factors in this case, whether there are aggravating factors or not. One of the factors the judge will certainly look at is something that the prosecutors brought up. Not only that this jury has found him guilty of 5 of 6 counts of disorderly conduct, but also whether or not he lied on the stand, for example, because in this case...
All right, bring that down real quick. So count 1 accuses him of telling responding Chicago police officer Mohammed Baig at around 2:45 a.m., some 45 minutes after the purported attack, that he was the victim of a hate crime. He said 2 attackers put a rope around his neck. Count 2 refers to Smollett telling the same officer he was a victim of a battery, describing attackers beating and pouring bleach on him. Counts 3 and 4 are when Smollett made the same claims, but to a different officer, Kimberly Murray, later that morning just before 6. Count 5 accuses Smollett of again telling Murray around 7:15 that he was a victim of a battery. And then count 6, the only one that he was found not guilty on, was Smollett reporting on February 14th of 2019 to Detective Robert Graves that he'd been a victim of an aggravated battery. So there you go. And again, we know that he's up to 3 years in prison is the possibility.
Yeah, but like we just heard, the judge has a range of options. So the maximum is 3 years.
And the minimum could be pay a fine.
Exactly. But
Don't do this again.
I'm thinking that personally, I think he could be facing some time just because of the amount of police resources that had been used to try and...
But the original prosecutor wasn't even going to charge him.
That's true.
They weren't.
And then the feds came in and said, not so fast.
And I think, aren't they looking at that entire thing as well? I think that's being investigated as well. If I remember reading that a couple weeks ago, that when this whole thing came down, the minute that she automatically dismissed all the charges, they're like, wait a minute, that's not,
Right, exactly.
That's not what's supposed to happen here. This guy tried to fake a race crime. Again, you talking about one of the most insidious things you could do now is use a platform as a popular actor to incite more racial tension in America,
right?
Because you didn't get the part you wanted,
or you're trying to get a better deal for Empire
to increase your level of privilege.
Exactly.
Think of the level of narcissism.
Yeah.
Think of the level of narcissism it takes to do something like that. To plan a racially motivated attack to make it look like you're attacked by white people for being gay. Had bleach thrown on you, MAGA hat, and then he actually tries to even target another group of people that had nothing to do with it because he planned the entire thing and then lied about it multiple times. And again, I'm not saying if he does get 3 years, he'll deserve every nanosecond of it, but we all kind of know the worst penalty for him has already been dished out. He is banned, basically blacklisted from Hollywood. I mean, I can't imagine this guy's going to be able to get another job, or that any production company will roll the dice on having Jussie Smollett as part of their cast in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think he's talent. Well, I don't think he's talented enough to be able to overcome this in the short term. In the long term, let's see what happens. But it's interesting and ironic that he did all of this to try and increase his leverage in contract negotiations. That was what was alleged for the show Empire that he was on. They wrote him out and had no problem, doing so.
Well, they wrote him out. He did this because they wrote him out. He'd already lost that job, correct? I mean, they didn't write him out because of this action. I mean, if I remember right, that's what caused this, right? They wrote him off the show.
I don't believe. I thought he still had the show when this happened.
I thought it was contract negotiations, and then when it came to light that he may be behind it, then the show was like, now you're poison. Now there's nothing defensible about this that we can say as a program, and you're bringing heat to the show that we didn't ask for.
Well, we'll find out anything else they have. We'll bring it to you as quickly as we can. Of course, we're on the air until 7 o'clock, and the minute we find out any other information or what the sentence is, we will be sure to pass that on. Of course, they're just kind of debating what may happen. There's a panel up now.
Yeah, and then firing him happened after this incident.
After this, okay.
So here's a hot take, but I bet you I'm going to say there's about a 30 to 40% chance of this actually happening. 2-3 years down the road, the next time you hear of this guy in the news, it's because he's wearing a MAGA hat.
Oh, he's going to flip?
I think, I know on
Hey,
the
look
surface,
at Dr. Oz.
that sounds crazy, but it's virtually the only thing that I can think that he can legally do to put himself back into the news.
And then he'd be the darling.
Well, I mean,
not the darling. It's just you're going to get attention, and it's some news cycle is going to pick it up and go, Jesse's now a staunch Republican, and it's just this weird narcissistic, just like, I don't know.
You know, I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's a bit of a pariah right now. I don't know if time is going to heal this. I think this is one of those things like and it's not a comparable case. I'm just saying this because of name recognition, that Elian Gonzalez thing. You'll always remember the name Elian Gonzalez, not for any particular reason other than he was part of a massive news cycle for, a week and a half. And with this thing, it's gone on for a while only because of COVID. They would have settled this probably a year and a half ago if we weren't dealing with the court backups like we have. But this case was particularly insidious for me to specifically CNN, because if I remember right, they were the ones who immediately came on the air and set up panels to talk about how bad it was and how terrible everything was before really knowing anything about what happened with the case. And shout out to Sean Wasson, the news junkie. I think he was one of the first guys that I remember saying, hey, maybe we should kind of hold up a second here and find out what's really going on before we start throwing nets around people all of a sudden. And then, boom, the thing starts kind of winding out. The story falls apart. Nothing makes real sense. It had that, like, the minute I heard the story, you're like, you'll have that little thing. You're like, what? That is... Something doesn't sound right. But, you always want to get a benefit of the doubt for somebody who's claiming something like this awful happened to them. There's no real reason anybody would do this, right? Like, there's no logical reason why you would do this. You already have a career. Things are going well. You have a name in Hollywood. Your future's in front of you. I mean, you even if you don't get the part with the Empire, you still have an agent. You can still get work.
Yeah, the incident itself seemed bizarre. What seemed more bizarre was that, an actor would use this to kind of increase his leverage.
And what was bizarre to me was it sounded like such a horrible attack. And then when you see the photographic evidence, you can't help but go, either you really can't take an ass beating or you set this up and did a really bad job.
The guys beat him up. I mean, they paid him like $3,500 a piece or something.
They didn't really, I mean.
Yeah, they didn't rough him
Yeah,
up.
that's my hot take. You're going to see him in a MAGA hat in like 2 or 3 years just so he can get back into the news.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I kind of hope. It'd be kind of funny. I mean, just keep the story going. It'd be kind of funny to listen to that angle to see what he tries to say. Kanye did it.
And that's why I think there's a legit chance of it happening.
Yeah.
Is that if this guy can ever be deemed as funny, then I could see him taking that route.
So basically with these charges and him being found guilty, that verifies, because he continues to deny that this happened, right? I mean, up until just this week during the case.
I wouldn't be surprised if he even continued despite the guilty verdict.
Well, I think for the life of me, when this whole thing happened, I didn't understand why he just didn't simply get in front of it. Because here's the thing, when you ask for forgiveness from people and you seem genuinely repentant, most people are going to say, hey, man, I get it. I've had some really weird times in my life. I've done some crazy S in my life that's really impossible to explain. Everybody can you can shift into that gear and give somebody the benefit of the doubt. But when you do stuff like this and you are basically just, gaslighting everybody who's trying to, listen to you, there's no way possible there's any redemption there.
I think that's why... apart from what Ross says, in 2 to 3 years, we may see him reemerge in a MAGA hat. I think that's why there's so little. There's no controversy about this verdict. Everyone's like, F that guy, man. He did this for himself, and he hurt a lot of other people in the process.
Does the black community embrace this guy, or have we heard anything about like how the black community looks at Jussie Smollett as this whole thing?
Well, the first few days he was taken at his word, and then as soon as there started being questions, that's when everyone was like, all right, let's wait and see what happens here.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Wow, man, going to be an interesting. Now, did they immediately take him into possession? I mean, into
No, because he hasn't been sentenced.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he was just found guilty.
So we won't know the sentence today.
No.
I mean,
Correct.
That's totally different. They'll sentence him. Of course, we'll wait for next week for that, I'm sure.
It's just like here locally, Markeith Lloyd the jury recommended the death penalty. The judge, however, is going to take the jury's recommendation into consideration. I believe he's going to be sentenced January 27th.
You know, speaking of juries, as we wait for any other information to come out here, I'll switch to this real quick. My wife got a summons today.
Really?
What?
So my wife, I checked the mail today on the way out. And I sent her a picture of it, and only my wife would send this response: "Yes." She can't wait to be on a jury.
Is that a summons for jury duty?
Yeah, for jury duty.
I want to do it.
Same here.
You couldn't get me on there fast enough. I've only had one opportunity to to be on a jury, and unfortunately, you know, they did the whole "what do you do" thing, and the minute I said my name, 4 people in the courtroom like, "No, man, no, not you."
That makes all 4 of us. A big rousing yes. Jury duty.
You tried to be on a jury.
Yeah,
I showed up a day late.
Yeah. Kind of funny. You're on the show when that happened.
Yeah.
It's intimidating.
I was seated once where I had to talk in the courtroom, and they were interviewing us, and had to tell them what I did, and then got released, and the judge was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm a big fan of the show."
Yeah.
The judge said that on the way out. And then the last time, they were seating a grand jury. They needed 29 people. I was number 30.
Oh.
I wanted this. There was half a dozen people before me in that first 29 trying to say everything to not be selected. And I was like, yes. No, I couldn't. Yeah, I'm raising my hand as high as I could, and they're like, "Do you know anybody? You know, like in any of these people?" I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, I know that guy, that Seminole County Sheriff Don Esslinger at the time."
Right.
It's like, "Yeah, I've been golf tournaments and stuff, and we've talked to him on the radio." And he's like, "Okay, thank you, sir. Have a good day."
Yeah,
It's
right,
like, "No, come on!
Enjoy your lunch, bitch.
I want to be on the jury."
I wanted to be so bad.
Yeah.
And they found out. They just kind of bounced me like, you know what to do.
I would show up going, "Your Honor, it's an honor to be here."
Do you remember the story of my jury duty thing? I think Jack remembers the story. It is one of those crazy stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like your neighbor.
Yeah, so what happened was I got called for jury duty. I go into the courtroom. They were in the courtroom stuff, and of course you hear all these people saying all the stuff they're going to say. And the minute the judge says them, they straighten right up like the principal walked in.
Right.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, exactly. They start swallowing their own tongue. They don't know what to do because it's intimidating. I mean, it's very, very formal. You know, it's no joke. And this case was a big case. It was actually a child molestation case that I was trying to be sat for. And the same question came up, and the crazy irony and the crazy coincidence of my situation is when the judge asked, "Do you know anybody in the courtroom?" I actually knew the victim's parents. The girl had been groomed by a guy in a neighborhood I used to live in. My kids used to play with her.
Oh.
When we moved out, we learned down the road that she, and then who was our next door neighbor, that girl would go around the area and just play in the neighborhood because it's a closed off neighborhood. If you didn't live in there, you never came in there,
right?
You know, because it was closed. I mean, there's only one way out, one way in. There was no other way. No other people really ever came in there unless you lived there. And it turns out that I knew them. I mean, we knew this little girl well. She'd been in my house a number of times.
Poor thing.
And it turns out that she got molested by this guy, and I had to excuse myself because my opinion would have been biased. I think I left saying he's guilty, yelling it out.
Yeah, that's...
I did not do that. I sat there and swallowed my tongue like everybody else. I did not tough guy in front of the judge. You don't do that because they pull your card in a hurry. You don't go be like, "Well, judge," like, "Go away."
Right,
then,
yeah,
24 hours in the pen just for fun. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call, guys. All lines are open right now. 407-916-1041. Something quick, something sweet. Take us home, make us laugh. A call back from the show. You know how to do it. We'll do that next.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And our mild, if not downright warm weather continues. We're going to see a high of 84 tomorrow after a morning low of 66. So Friday's going to be quite warm. Patchy morning fog is possible tomorrow. Saturday, the high 84, and Sunday, 82 degrees. Now, a weak cold front comes through Sunday evening. That means that Monday, Tuesday, back in the 70s, but still on the mild side. You'll notice that busy breeze. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Now, every Tuesday, Wawa Rewards members get any size hot coffee or handcrafted iced coffee for free. All you have to do is sign up for Wawa Rewards. Free Coffee Tuesdays. Good mornings start at Wawa.
The holidays have arrived. I'm here to take a little stress away when it comes to buying something special for that special someone in your life. You got to go to my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road. And I don't say friends lightly, for the record. I have known David Layer and that team over there for 20-plus years. And when I walk in, it's like walking into a family business for me, man, because these guys have made so much of my personal jewelry, including my wife's wedding ring, and they've been doing it for a while. And that means great customer service. You don't stay in this business for a long time without treating people well, and that's exactly what Goldsmith does. And of course, they have all the jewelry you want: diamond studs, engagement rings, tennis bracelets, necklace, all that stuff. Something for every budget out there. Best quality for the lowest prices and fast free shipping as well. It's goldsmithjewelry.com. You can find them live right there, 1212 Lee Road. And as always, tell them I sent you down.
Wesley had IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Coming after my house, my car. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were great people. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Meet Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free option to buying a car from home. Off Lease Only, the name you know and trust, is offering the same high-quality, nearly new cars, most priced thousands below retail, with a new way to buy a car that is fast and convenient. First, visit offleaseonly.com. They've made it easy for you to browse and choose from over 4,000 cars. Once you've selected the car you want, click on Express. You can even trade in your car with just a couple of clicks. In just a few no-hassle steps, you can start your Express car deal online and choose to either finish in one of their 5 convenient locations or complete entirely from the comfort of your home. Then drive away in an incredible deal, saving you tons of time and money that comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy. Leave the stress behind and find peace of mind with Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free, fully transparent option to buying a car from home. Start today by visiting offleaseonly.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. When choosing a health plan, everything's important, like knowing that when I go to my doctor visits, whether primary or specialist, I don't have a copay. That's peace of mind. Solis Health Plans gives me that. Also, knowing that with Solis, I have the benefit of obtaining up to $1,200 per year in OTC products. That's a relief. Yes, with Solis Health Plans, you get up to $1,200 a year in OTC products, brand name products, real quality. Solis also has the benefits you're looking for: transportation to doctor visits, hearing, vision, dental, and much more, like mental health programs to address the indirect effects of COVID-19. It's time for you to become a member so that you can have the peace of mind of knowing that with Solis, you're with a health plan that truly responds because they're local. Call now and join a local health plan that makes a difference at 1-833-33-SOLIS. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
Ho, ho, ho! It's Santa! The elves are busy in the workshop while I broadcast live from my special studio on iHeartRadio. It's my very own radio station, North Pole Radio. It's all your favorite Christmas songs and me. You can listen to me anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app, and it's really easy to play me on that smart speaker I gave you last year. Just ask Alexa to play North Pole Radio on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. Merry Christmas.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. I need help with indoor air quality.
This call is being recorded so that we can make fun of you at the company Christmas party.
Okay. Well, my house is so stale and stuffy. Can you help?
For basic air filters, press 1.
No, I want a proper indoor air quality solution.
Oh, well, those are complicated.
I know. That's why...
Terribly sophisticated equipment, that.
I can't believe... This would never happen with Frank Gay.
Frank Gay? They're good with the indoor air quality stuff.
Really?
Should have called them straight away. Although we are cheaper. Only you get what you pay for.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need indoor air quality, you deserve an expert. Professional-grade filtration and advanced technology for healthier air quality that smells great and keeps your family breathing easy. That's the Frank Gay way.
Have you considered just living outside, in a tent?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. 104.1.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert.
All right, coming up tomorrow, big show tomorrow. We'll have some trivia. We'll have some Nicole DePrey. We'll have some Primetime Kitchen featuring Amy Drew Thompson.
Yeah.
I think Amy Drew wrote a piece about something we talked about Tuesday, I believe, the coquitas.
Oh, yes.
And all the Christmas tree. She just did a piece about that.
Perfect.
So we'll talk to her tomorrow. Plus, we'll have your text and calls and all the fun stuff as well. Embers Only. Tell you about another great smoke. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We're going to say who our special guest is tomorrow. Am I going to drop that bomb or no?
Yeah.
No,
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, Chase Padgett in all day tomorrow.
Woo!
Chase Padgett, formerly of Alter Ego, big-time national television star, joins us tomorrow in studio all day long. We'll be hanging out and just kind of doing that thing.
As seen on Fox TV.
That's right.
Just like 2/3 of the Padgett family.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, my mom was on the show a little bit.
Yeah. Did your mom talk to you about about that experience? Was it kind of cool for her? Or?
Oh, yeah. No, it was. She loved it. Loved it. She loved it way more than me. I mean, not me.
Wait, you weren't there.
I know. She loved it.
Yeah, okay, good. Did they fly her out?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, she was in the studio.
Yeah, she was in the studio.
So
I think
might have
she
had to
flew out.
flew
She
out,
was
so.
like, I'm never gonna miss this.
Oh, so they didn't offer to do that, like as part of an audience thing where they went to a girlfriend or a boyfriend or an aunt or whoever raised you. It wasn't like a feel-good moment for the show.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Damn, that's crazy. They wouldn't. I mean, she would have to pay her own way to get out there. That's nuts.
Yeah. I know that you had to quarantine and take a bunch of tests to get
really?
into the audience.
I bet, man.
I mean, it's out in L.A.
Yeah. Has he seen? Have you talked to him about like so with American Idol, they would do a tour. So after the season would end, they would take the contestants, the named contestants, I think maybe the top 5 or 6 or 8 or whatever it was, if you remember, and they would do a tour around the country doing like a medley of songs that were featured on the show. You remember that?
Yeah. Are you trying to burn our topics for tomorrow?
Oh no! What I'm trying to
when we have
I'm just asking out loud if that's one of those things they maybe consider.
Well, let's hope no one answers out loud.
I'm thinking out into the ether, Jack. I'm just thinking out into the ether.
All of those answers will be on air tomorrow.
Oh, very cool.
Good tease, Ross.
Love to know
you
all
like
about
that, right?
Yeah.
Learn from the best.
Is he going back to Six Guitars anytime soon? Is he
Yeah,
touring with it?
he's got a 6 guitar show out in January.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so then he's just here spending Christmas with little bro.
And then back out the door.
Back out the door.
Man, I'm so glad. He has got to be absolutely longing for 2022 simply because, with things loosened up, him able to perform. And, of course, coming off the heels of the show, it could be a really massive year for him. So
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, very cool. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Yes, Jack?
Couple of things on our blog at Jim Colbert Live. One is, Jim, it's when you go missing, there's a little trick we have around here on how to locate Jim. That video is posted. We call it the Jim Call. Hey,
Okay.
Deb put out the Jim Call, and you can see that at Jim Colbert Live. Also, the dance video from yesterday's holiday soiree, the Jingle Mingle,
Which was a
if
giant
you
hit
will,
yesterday.
was a
Massive.
huge hit. Matter of fact, it's still getting a lot of traffic today as well. You can see the video of Deb and Ross dancing at our midday holiday party yesterday.
Also, I know you put the Matrix trailer up, which is unbelievably cool.
I'm excited about that movie,
And Ross found a video, but nobody had seen it. Like 5,000 people had seen it. But this dude is DJing in this club, and Mother Nature calls. He has to go number 2. So he goes straight into the bathroom and still DJs the club while on the toilet. Not only do they have the sound, the video as well, because somebody was also in the stall while this guy's doing his thing. It's actually a really funny video. Great content all up and down at JimColbertLive.com.
And also, you'll when you go there, you'll also see the spices available. The Jim Colbert Show seasoning pack.
Oh, and by the way, let me say this about that. The whole idea is to get them to you before Christmas for Christmas gifts, and we do have a lot of women ordering them for their either for them or for their significant others, I guess, maybe. I don't know, maybe to give it as a gift.
Yeah, make a great gift.
But we are running out of time to make sure that you get it for Christmas. So if you do want to order the spices, if they're on your thing to do, I would suggest go ahead and putting the order in now. That way I can ensure getting that out by like next Tuesday, next Wednesday, next Thursday. That way we can ensure it gets to you on time. I don't want there to be any issues. And if you're ordering from out of the state, that will guarantee that can happen. Usually here in Florida, we're going to do okay within a couple days, but outside the state, it's going to be tough. So again, that's JimColbertLive.com. The Jim Colbert Show seasonings are absolutely wonderful. Every one of them are very tasty, and it's $32, and we ship it everywhere. And for the record, real quick, I want to say something, because somebody texted earlier and asked why I charge so much for them. Well, just so you know, it's $8.80 to ship them anywhere here in Florida. $8.80, right? So when you look at the price of them and you compare that, they're normally priced with other rubs that are specialty rubs as well when you go in the store. Some of them are a little bit less, some of them a little bit more. I tried to price it as fairly as I could to make sure that we'd have enough money to cover all the things that we need to handle getting it into your hands. And by the way, you could still walk into a Tools Ace Hardware and buy it right here in Central Florida. There are 11 of them. I'm sure you can find one near you. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank the one and only Santa Clausman.
He did a great job today.
Yes, he did. He'll be back next Thursday. And we also got a text during after that segment, longtime listener who said they had just gotten into an accident and asked for Glenn's number.
Yeah, they're going to be very happy. He's damn good at it. Jack, we have a Twitter poll, buddy?
We do. Do you think smoking should be banned for future generations? How do you think this one fell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them said yeah.
70% yes.
I wouldn't go that high.
Yeah, that was a bit high. 58% yes, 42% say no.
Wow.
man.
Ross, anything you want to take care of, buddy?
Follow me on social.
There you go, buddy, for sure. Let's do it here.
I'm drunk.
Dave, last call.
At Yankee Jack on social is Ross.
Deb Roberts, JCS. Twitter.
Dave, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, so just like John Malkovich, Ross also has a movie with his name in it, Monkey Bone.
Oh, God. Okay.
Underrated.
Tristan, last call.
Hey, Jim. I found you a risky origami channel, but it's pay-per-view only.
Oh, man, that's so good. That may be the best dad joke I've heard in 6 months. Man, kudos. That's a damn good one. Good for you, brother. Very proud of you.
I didn't get it.
Mike, last call. Paper.
Oh,
hey, gang, I hope everyone's doing well.
Hey, man, we're doing great. How about you, buddy?
I am hanging in there. Hey, look, every time I hear Whitney Houston sing, I want to feel the heat with somebody. I'm going to think about the fourth pole.
Oh, yeah,
Aren't
man.
we all?
That fourth pole, man, that's like a Star Wars film.
It is.
Star Wars, the fourth pole.
Don't disrespect my lady.
Party mom, last call.
So there had to have been a small sock in your khakis, Ross, while you were grinding up on that monkey pole. Smoke weed every day.
He was working that poll like he was voting.
Take us home, Queen. Beth, last call.
All right. Y'all got my Christmas card.
I did.
Yes,
sure.
thank you, Beth.
And it's at my house on my counter.
I love that for y'all, but I just wanted to say, Mele Kaliki Maka is the island way. Come on, Deborah, you can say this. It's easy.
Okay, one more time.
Mele Kalikimaka.
Mele Kalikimaka. Yay!
Hey,
and
all
it
right.
didn't cost us the license.
All right, thanks, Beth. I
Thank
appreciate
you, Beth.
that.
Hey.
All right, let's get out of here. Tomorrow, big show coming up. We just went over that. Of course, if there's any more news on the Jussie Smollett thing, we'll have that. Plus, all the cool stuff. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with a corporate time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful evening.
You too.